How's it going, Rackle viewers? Grim getting right back into another Grim Rolls Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition session of this wonderful homebrew, the Esterisle Cartography Guild, where, thank God, we just left the Beholder School, which was slowly becoming a beholder and was infested with things of my worst nightmares. Major cosmic horror vibes off that, and I'm not gonna lie, as horrified as I kind of was in my own mind, I enjoyed it. I appreciated it. I kind of love Lovecraftian themes. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and join the Discord.
Actually hilarious.
Then again, they were roommates.
So,
Channel. They were roommates.
I had a feeling in the show, after seeing the first episode, that I wouldn't want to watch the rest of the show. And I was right. Life's hard enough. Why do people make
Didn't you
shows
watch
like
the
this?
entirety of The Boys?
I watched the first season of The Boys.
That show is way worse.
Like, I watched the first 10 minutes of that show, and I was just like, fuck this. Fuck this.
Honestly, I feel like The Boys is easier to watch.
Oh God,
Get the fuck
absolutely
out of here.
No way.
Because you have to watch real people die and not animated people?
I have never seen someone be more objectively wrong.
You know me, Michael.
I know.
Fuck.
I'm confused.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
So I watched the first episode of Invincible, like when it got big or whatever, and then I was like, I've had enough of this. And then today I decided to watch 6 through 7, and I'm like, I shouldn't have done this.
2 through 7.
2 through 7, whatever. I'm very frazzled.
That show was great.
I'm about to say, I liked it.
I read the comics. I read all of the comics, and then like 2 days ago, Crystal wanted to watch it, so I was just like, I don't know. Yeah,
I did.
so we finished it yesterday.
I put off watching it because I didn't want to watch a show that was like The Boys, but it turns out they're just super different with a vaguely similar premise. So I'm happy.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be funny, and the comics are funnier.
What if Superman was
think.
bad?
It's supposed to be funny, but like there is some fucked up shit that happens
That's what I'm
in the
dealing
show
with
and
right
in the
now.
comic. In the comic.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely, but like there's a lot more funny things. Things that are more funny. Anyways, last time that we all got together, y'all were knee deep in pus mold.
No.
Sounds like a Tuesday night.
Luckily, a majority of that is behind you, having just finished up the little bit of exploration that you wanted to do, eventually finding a room that had what felt like the leader of whatever the fuck these things are that were living in this flesh dungeon. Did a little bit of a trial that crowned Gwydion as the sole
That I completely fucking forgot about.
the sole successor of the Beholder School and rightful Grandmaster.
He's finally in charge of something he can handle.
Wow.
Yeah,
the whole
with
flesh
no
dungeon
people.
all to yourself. Anyway, having done that, you actually opened up the statue that acted as a door for the one clean room in this entire fucking place, opening it up to the horrors outside, surely, but managing to get the Beholder School tome in the process. After having spent the last couple of hours in this place, you finally make your way out and float over to the Stillwave song. The normal, not flesh-covered Stillwave song. I cannot stress enough how much better the situation is. Sorry. That was verbatim in my notes, and I forgot all about it.
You're telling me we're on something that's not covered in egg flesh? My God, what world have we entered suddenly?
Oh God!
It was getting cozy.
A better one. Oh no, that's the first sign.
Eggs of
I'm still
madness.
fucked up about not remembering any of that.
We'll say that you repressed the information.
I did.
I must just modify memory.
Once you touch down the ship, Captain Ashea walks over to you guys. So, you figure out what all that shit is?
Do you want the
rotted
good
flesh.
answer or the bad answer?
Let's go with the good one. Let's go with the good one.
Not the slightest fucking clue.
It was exactly what we were looking for.
Hey, wonderful. Well, next question. You get what you wanted out of that hellhole.
Thank God, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Hey,
Gwydion
Shay,
has
can
the
we
new
blast the fuck out of it?
You did?
What?
Are you
I
muted,
think we
Michael?
could leave it alone. It's you know, we killed whatever was at we killed whatever was at the center of it.
I think we should leave nothing left of it.
I second that.
Wait.
Well, how much
before-
firepower do we have on this ship?
I guess, I mean,
Lambert,
ultimately, I guess that comes down to the new Grandmaster of the school. Gwydion, what do you think we should do about it?
Kill it.
There's still a library in there.
Do you want to go back in?
You can't make me burn books.
No,
It
but you
is
can
against
tell
the
us to
law.
burn them, and we'll just say we won't mention the book burning.
I really want to know what's in that library. The
You
information
wanna
would be
go
lost
back?
forever.
You can go back if you'd like.
We
What
can
if we blow it up?
absolutely go back.
I mean, you can go right now. We'll stay here.
We're never coming back here again after we leave.
I might.
Gwydion, something that may not have occurred to you, I think I'll bring it up now. Whatever happened there might have been a result of whatever they were studying.
Now we can learn how to prevent it from happening again.
I don't think, no.
Or
I
we could
don't
just
think
prevent
so.
it from happening again by burning it.
It happened by accident.
It may
But,
not have.
Fine, fine.
It's burn the books or retrieve them. So which one is it?
Retrieving them would be a little bit difficult at the moment. I'm a little tapped out. So
I have the question.
I think I'm outvoted.
Do we know if your friend's been here, Lambert?
Also, I'm trying to figure out how the hell he got the Revenant tome, but frankly, that's beyond me. And I'm pretty sure if we would run into him, I told him about this, he'd probably feel the same way I did. It's not every day you just go to the Astral Sea for shits and giggles.
I mean, you gave him the Leviathan school to read, and that information was in the Leviathan school tome. So he knows that it's here.
What was his name again? Was it Rick or something?
Cullen. His name was Cullen.
Colin?
How far off can you be from the mark?
Pretty far. If you'd like, I could check up on him tomorrow.
I would prefer you didn't.
Okay.
We're not exactly nice people, and we're even more so not nice when someone's invading our thoughts with words and we only barely know them.
I mean, you know, he did steal your pages.
What kind of man rips pages out of a book?
A man trying to
Well, I'm
hide
sorry.
something.
Well, I have a friend that I could ask about Colin.
Honestly, I'm less worried about Cullen than a lot of things that are currently going on in my life.
Oh, what could be more worrying than that? Maybe a rotted flesh school? Maybe.
I mean, not that long ago, we fought something that was bigger than this ship that we're using as bait and a decoy that we end up having to kill. Again, my world has grown exponentially when it comes to dangers I find myself in. I'm not worried about Colin. Oh, Colin, what'd you fight today? Oh, you know, I fought a basilisk. Oh, that's great news. I fought whatever the fucking Astral Dreadnought is. I think I win.
We can probably kill Colin.
So while this debate is happening, I'm going to ritual cast divination. I have the components for it. I am going to ask, I guess about the idea of retrieving the books, if it's worthwhile.
So you lay out the, all the stuff that you need, all the sacrificial things, mostly just incense and like a little bit of like ink and things. You lay it all out, and as the incense floats about the place and like leaves this sweet scent over the area, you get this very strong feeling that it would be probably the worst idea you've ever had. It's only pain.
You heard it here, folks.
Well, I'm going to assume that this person is right, and there's nothing worthwhile in that library. Yeah, blow it to hell.
Fantastic. I have a book to read. And thankfully, to my immediate knowledge, the last. God, I hope it's the last.
That was the last one, allegedly.
Actually, I'm going through the list again real quick. No,
There's
there's
one more.
still one more.
One more.
Yeah, but I don't see us going to the Feywild any day soon. But then again, I say that, and I look around at the Astral Sea before me, and it suddenly occurs to me, that could happen sooner than I think.
These were not my vacation plans.
These were my work plans.
Okay. How much time do you spend trying to burn down the place?
I mean, until it's gone, preferably.
Okay.
I say 5 minutes.
Like get the Arcanast to shoot at it. I throw fire on it, burn it a bunch. Pew pew pew.
So you're not getting back into the place.
No, bad. I don't want
We
to.
were.
I would sooner die in real life than go back in there.
Wasn't that bad. It was terrifying.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Say if you spend just a couple of minutes just lighting some fires, this stuff catches pretty quick. All things considered. By the time that you guys end up leaving into literally just anywhere else, probably the majority, probably maybe close to a third of it is already just engulfed in flames, sending this black smoke floating off into the emptiness of the Astral Sea. Probably fine.
Thank God. I hate that shit.
So you knew that the plan was to wait a couple of days before Phelan and Scratches. Fuck.
Huh?
Fuck. Shit.
Wait, he's here?
No.
He's so old.
He's the monk. They live forever, right?
He actually has fur that hasn't been shaved because Kurdish has been dead.
What a glorious day. No, speaks.
Yeah.
You guys have not heard from them in the last couple of days as a result. So if you wanted to do something about that.
Yeah.
I don't have the ability to.
I see typing.
Is something happening? I forgot that I did need to do something.
Do you have a sending available?
I do.
So Speaks and Phelan have spent the last couple of nights in custody from the Thren, and you guys took the opportunity to come here. So it's been 3 days now. You haven't heard from them. A sending spell would work wonders.
Okay. I'll do that. Kale, just speak. That's a bad idea. No, Kale, speak for me.
Speak for you? Alright.
Just be send for this moment. I'm trying to copy and paste some stuff.
Okay, well, we'll send it to Speaks. We'll just be like, hey, Speaks, how's it going? Have you guys been released yet? We're still waiting on you.
Sen would use all of the words.
How many words did I use?
I don't know.
Use 14.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Send almost never swears.
You get a reply. Yes. We're sorry, which one were you talking to? I assume that you were talking to Phelan because she's cooler. Ah, fuck! I had to do a voice. Son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
you gotta do a voice.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Do that voice.
Cool.
They fucking released us just a couple hours ago. We was already on our way to go try to ship out to wherever it is you guys went.
Cool. Never.
I insight check him. Or sorry, can I insight check him?
Yeah, you can do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be lying.
Okay,
At least.
so he's
Cat, not a
he's on
lion.
his way. Oh my god, Tyler.
Well, a lot of the cats in this neck of the woods are more lion-y, so eat shit.
Yeah.
He's not one of them.
All
He could be.
right. So coming ahead a bit, it takes about a day and a half to reconvene with them. You guys are both flying towards each other, so like even though you were a lot further away from each other, like, you know, space literally like collapsed itself in front of you so that you would meet sooner. This
Yeah.
place is fucked. During that time, two things happen. Gwydion, I need you to make me an Arcana check as you sleep one night.
Arcana.
I also
Ooh.
want to do something before we meet up with him.
Okay, go ahead.
Did his check fail?
Yeah.
Okay, damn.
Tyler.
You get another one
Um,
tomorrow.
So I want to. No, actually, I'll do it. I'll do it another time. I'm good. Sorry.
No, you're good. The second thing is Lambert can finish the book in that amount of time.
Woo!
It's the same as all the other books. This one has a lot more about the aberrations and certain sorts of undead and things like that. Very essentially like things that fell through the cracks. A lot of interplanar things, especially. The ritual pages are intact. They contain a half of the some sort of arcane process. And you know that most of the ritual stuff that you've seen at the very least has been like ingredients and like certain sections of sigils required and things like that. Nothing is complete as of yet, but the fact that they're still in there is promising, at the very least.
Hmm.
Also, as for the boon that you get for reading it, it's the same as the others, but for divination.
That reminds me, what was the one from the Mind Flayer school? I apparently didn't write down what that was from. What school that was for.
Oh, the mind. That was illusion.
Illusion? Okay.
Yeah, that was the Gwydion book.
The Gwydion book.
Yeah.
There was a Gwydion book?
Well,
Yeah.
it was the Gwydion of books.
I don't know what that means. But
Honestly, Esterisle is kind of like the Gwydion of D&D campaign.
no, there's only been one.
It really is.
And then the Lambert was also getting boons based off the schools.
Gwydion has only been one. He is part of a whole. Much like
True.
D&D.
I'll show you a hole, anyways.
Alrighty then. Awkward. And you look up
Camera
divination
phone.
spells.
Eventually, you guys do meet up with their ship. The two of them seem unharmed. Just kind of maybe looking forward to getting out of here. In Phelan's case, at the very least. Whenever the two ships have stopped and they're starting to like float towards each other, Speaks calls out, what you guys got the job done? You guys could do it.
Sure it is.
Yeah,
Not
I
a hitch.
almost died a few times doing it.
Not a hitch.
Well, Three ain't please, but none of it really ties to our organization. So, I think that the Doge will be happy.
We did it.
Happens to
now,
be
Things
happy.
that no mortal should ever look in the eye.
Cool. Cool. You guys ready to get back home?
Never been more ready, actually. On a scale
God,
of 1 to
yes.
10,
Yeah.
it's 12.
Sorry, where's the legend, Tyler?
10 is the highest.
Oh, thank you.
So you would say it's
Yes.
perfect, which would be 8.55. Out of 10.
I
Tell
thought
you.
of something else I want to do.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna get Gwydion.
Me? Gonna get got?
What?
Good luck catching me.
There aren't scratches anymore.
So, Gwydion.
Hmm?
Do you know how we have that soul stone that we found?
I am aware.
Again.
That
your
Argon photo. I'll just speak to you telepathically. I believe that Argon fellow might know something about this.
What gives you that
Please.
inclination?
He seems very traveled. I feel like there's no harm asking him about it.
He seems to know a lot of things, but had very little interest in explaining them. But sure, I'll give it a go.
Okay, well, I think we should
No,
work
what
on
are you trying to
Argon.
get out of this? Because you already know what the stone does.
Maybe uses.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, I know what it
Applications.
does, but it seems like a weird thing for us just to find, so I just want to, like, ask him about it and see if he has any sort of
Yeah,
knowledge.
like, can we do something with this? Also, how do we use it? What are
So,
the
yeah,
ethics?
I'll
Okay,
take Gwydion and I'll go look for Argon.
Alright, you guys go, and I mean he's still on his cot, just reading.
Reading on his tablet.
I guess books. What are you doing?
He's invented the iPad already.
What a nerd.
Absolutely not. He is not an inventor. If anything, he's the opposite of an inventor.
He's a deventer?
He uninvents.
Yeah, he uninvents things
Oh
by
my god.
by killing people. So when you approach him, do you say anything as you approach? Do you like just
Hello.
come out with like the soul stone put in his
Ahoy.
face and see if he says anything?
I specifically say ahoy.
Oh, Gwydion, how may I help you?
Well, we're about to depart, so before we do that, I just had one last question.
Why isn't he speaking to me?
Send, please.
Is
Grown-ups are talking.
Oregon sexist?
Yeah.
Wanted to inquire as to the nature of this. Well, we know the nature of it, but applications, perhaps, how to use it, if it's useful at all, really.
A soul stone.
Yes,
Interesting.
you were right.
A bit rare around. Well, where'd you get it? Did you get it here?
Nope, back on the material plane. It just sort of fell into our hands, really.
We quite literally found it in a crate.
Huh. Applications, you say? Well, as far as I am aware, it is a currency one can use with devils and other sorts of interplanar beings to trade in such things. Otherwise, I'm unsure of how it works, but I do know that there's some way to use them to enchant somehow. I wasn't really around a lot during the time, but a lot of my friends did it.
Okay, it was trendy, I see.
Is
Okay,
it
well,
possible that we could speak to any of them about enchanting with it?
Only one of them is alive.
Oh, what year is it?
I know this.
I look at Gwydion, his eyes
It is
roll back to his head.
1631 post-Draconic era, if that era makes
They're
any
probably
sense.
all dead.
Oh. Yeah, that happens.
Is there... Do we know any clerics that could contact the dead?
I don't
This
think
is
we need
Gwydion.
I don't think we need to meddle that far.
How much do you... How much you got on you?
About
I have
5,000?
15 silver.
5,000 gold? But I don't think that I want to pursue this path any farther.
Suit yourself.
Devil currency and enchanting. Sen, you know a devil. I know an enchanter, so might figure something out.
Heinrich is many things, but I wouldn't call him a devil.
I would.
I think I would call him the devil, actually.
Oh, hello.
He's just sitting next to us eating spider legs.
Speak of the devil. He shall appear. He'll do it.
We'll do it.
Thank you, Argon. I guess that will be all. We'll head off.
Safe travels.
You as well, although I think you I mean, you're cut off for yourself.
Yes.
Gwydion will walk away. I know that during my time on here, I wanted to, at some points, I guess, identify or study the material that is being used to channel psychic thoughts and propel the ship.
Ooh.
Like
Okay.
these little blue orbs. I don't think I ever got a chance to cast Identify.
Well, identify is for magical objects. This seems to be a natural mineral that just has those properties. I will just assume that you probably asked somebody about it.
Sure.
Here, hold on. It's in. Oh fuck! I did a bad, but it's fine.
Not fine, Michael.
You relax.
Can I cast gun?
I can kind of cast gun.
Yeah, good. Do it.
I can
Okay,
cast gun.
It's a natural mineral that grows around the astral sea. especially in more like natural places. It's often mined.
There's
Called resonant
stuff
quartz.
here.
It just kind of, I mean, it does basically what you say. It essentially like sort of absorbs and like allows for the manipulation of psychic energies of various kinds.
Okay.
How much it costs.
Might
Yeah.
not be able to use it the way I thought. Okay. That's all.
Okay. So you guys go back out, and Phelan and she's still like sort of getting stuff ready to go. You notice that although she is like getting some like things that she had on her, Scratches just
What?
fuck.
Scratches?
It's gonna happen
Here.
every time now because I did it the once.
It's weird that you're doing it
Oh my
so
God.
much.
I know, right? It
Is
makes
this
no
I
a
feel
sense.
like-
reincarnation of Scratches?
I feel like something's happening with Scratches in our
I
storyline.
think something's happening with Michael's brain and the vessels in it.
No, I think it's just he keeps
I'd
correlating to Baxi.
I had weak coffee this morning.
Oh, that's
Okay.
yeah.
I've already talked about this once. It's very painful for me.
Machine broke.
Regardless, fucking Speaks, his name, your friend, your good friend, big Panther Man Speaks.
The one that doesn't scratch. Yes.
Who also scratches things, but not in the same way.
Not as much.
Yeah, that's probably just true. Yeah, you kind of he's just leaning up against the rail of the ship, not really looking like he's doing much of anything, just waiting. Phelan like gets the last of her stuff and like gets out like this piece of chalk that has like gems encrusted in it.
The gun.
You ready to leave?
Well, I'm about done here.
All right. Good. Well, just like last time, I'll need everyone to be touching at the time I cast the spell. Don't want any stragglers this time.
This time? What happened last time?
Oh, and let go the last second, probably got cold feet.
Oh.
Can't blame him, honestly. If I'd known what would have happened,
Wait, do you think
Would've-
Lucian knew?
Oh, maybe, because of the eyes and the... I don't know, actually.
We're gonna have a talk with him when we get
We
back. If he knows,
Lucian has eyes.
if Lucian knew
Lucian
the
has
entire
eyes?
time, I'm gonna pluck out his damned eyes. He could have warned us.
Oh,
Why
my
didn't you tell me he has eyes?
son of a bitch?
It all
was
I
makes
have
in
sense.
front of us the whole
backstory.
time.
Fuck.
We had a companion, and he's dead to us now.
Oh.
No,
Shit.
we just haven't seen Q in a while. Oh wait, you're not talking about Q. You're talking about right.
More
I give
than
you a
one.
very dirty
How many
glance.
friends have you let die, but not in a more metaphorical?
Depends. Are we talking
I
about
don't
friends
think
singular?
he's
How many
talking-
times one has died repeatedly over the course of us knowing him? Because he's the two different numbers now.
You know, I think I'd rather not ask.
You
Maybe.
guys burn a lot of bridges?
No,
Puts
but
people off them, more like.
we have done that.
Well, if you're burning bridges, then you should know I'm resistant to fire.
Oh, you should see the other guy. He's immune.
We
What?
can't. No, this conversation's
Oh my
over
God.
now. Phelan cast the spell. If you're touching her, you're gone. Oops, that was nobody. Nobody. You're all trapped. The story's over.
I let go.
Thank
Introduce
you for
my
playing my
druid.
campaign.
Okay, let me roll up my rogue real quick.
We're all druids now? This is crazy.
Oh, whoa, wait! I actually got a great idea for a druid.
So did I.
He burns everything.
Her name is Mambert.
My druid puts out all fires. Well, anyways, we're finally back.
No. Before you guys leave the Astral Sea, Speaks, who is not Scratches, comes up to Sin.
And Scratches
Hey,
it.
Leora. Thanks for the help. It was good seeing you again. Hopefully we can stick to the event soon so I can, come back and all that.
You know, in the shape the city's in, it might be better if you don't come back for your own safety.
The only reason I'm kind of here to begin with. So, I take it as it comes.
Yeah, fair enough. You'll be fine.
I make that mistake every day.
All right.
I'll give him a fist bump, because I'm not going to shake his dirty clawed hand.
He might scratch you.
That's exactly why I learned that lesson.
Yeah, it's probably just true. His claws are not always out. For some reason, it's like a thing. You think that Tabaxi claws are always out for whatever reason. It's just not true. This
Sounds
seems
like
to
a
be some
real
sort of bullshit stereotype.
Pussycat to me.
Probably a story I heard as a child from the racist neighbors.
There are a lot of lions around these parts, so yeah, it makes
The
sense.
racist neighbors.
So you guys get together and sort of just any point of contact works. Some of you are holding hands, some of you just sort of shoulder to shoulder sort of a thing.
Damn it, Gwydion, king of the hover hands, can't do his thing on this one.
I literally just wrap my
nice.
fingers around whoever I'm grabbing's clothing. I am not having an illusion happen to me right now.
Everyone gets in a big group hug so that nobody's left behind. And Phelan's eyes begin to glow with that same emerald green as last time.
I'm scared of green.
And you once more see that aura similar to autumn leaves blowing in the wind.
Wait, I left the stove on.
These vines of emerald light wrap around each of you. And with a flash, you all feel the lightness of flying through air, met immediately after with the weight of gravity upon you, which is something that you have not experienced in 8 days?
I try to fly.
Does not work.
No.
Ooh, not liking having weight, actually.
I thought you didn't come with us.
No, I did.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta meet with the Doge. When you all open your eyes, you find yourself in a dimly lit room, and with a teleportation circle behind you. Welcome home.
What day is it?
Such as it is.
Yes. About that, I'm not entirely sure.
What?
Well, we spent 8 days in there, but it could have been any number of days, to be honest.
Not again.
Not again.
Fuck!
I'm gonna cry.
Swear to God, we go
roll this
another...
D20.
I
We
swear to
fucking go
God.
back to the
It's
Doge.
a 10-year
like-
loop.
I'm gonna cry. I'm literally going to cry.
Since I've seen you.
You'll-
I
My daughter
told you how I felt about time skips.
Yeah, but you weren't there to experience it.
How many years?
Don't worry
did
about it.
And in hell.
Before you go, wherever it is you're planning on going, I do have something for you to sign. You see, the circle's supposed to be secret, so it's just a contract to. It holds you accountable if you divulge its existence to anyone who doesn't know already. Leave the date blank for now. We'll fill that in when we find out what day it is.
Of course.
Kieran has already signed this, so he's good.
I am going to
you're good.
read this contract.
Abso-fucking-lutely. So she takes this stack of papers out and hands it over. You look at the contract. It's pretty much just as she said. Basically, it's just a non-disclosure agreement. You just can't say anything about this thing. There's a penalty if you breach the contract. You could have it could be as little as an 8,000 gold fine, or as much as being officially charged with treason.
Oh, goody.
Who's charging us the treason?
The Doge, I assume.
Presumably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gwydion pretends to read the contract, but actually glances at the circle and commits the sigils to memory.
Make a sleight of hand check with intelligence.
So an intelligence check.
So I have a question about this stanza right here.
I'll take
and
it.
I'm trying to help distract her. Not that it makes any difference.
Yeah, literally, it could not have made less of a difference. She doesn't seem to have caught it. You still have to sign the contract.
Yeah, I sign it.
You get the feeling that part of the whole thing about the concept, like the whole contract, is to prevent. Like, they might not give a shit if you use it, but you definitely can't fucking tell anybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me,
Or else they would have asked you not to use it, you know what I mean? But
personal use.
play it safe. Yeah. All right. Now, I understand that one of you in particular has a vested interest in keeping these sorts of sigils in mind. Before you copy them down, you should probably talk to the Doge. Moreover, Kieran, I believe you've been out for a while. He'll want to talk to you as well.
Oh yeah, it's been yeah, a while.
Good.
Does the time skip work if Kieran's been in the astral plane for a different amount of time than us? Like, maybe it's based on the caster.
It's based on.
Who knows?
I rolled a number, and I'm gonna
True.
keep that number in my own mind.
Okay.
Very good.
Very good. Now, I'm actually on my way to go see the Doge right now. If you would like to tag along.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. You exit the dimly lit room, the circle, through a door on the opposite side, and into what appears to be an alleyway. Phelan makes sure to close the door behind you, revealing it to be hidden on this side, and made to appear as just a bunch of rocks along the mountainside. Like, it's just like it's like a big fucking set piece that just moves back into place. Best you can tell from just the area that you can see kind of above there is that it's probably in Hightown. It takes a walk through the back alleys to get back onto the streets. You find yourselves halfway along one of the roads that connect Midtown and Hightown, far enough away from the canals that there's not a lot of foot traffic. As you slowly start to work your way up to the streets and onto some of the primary roads, start to get a better look at the city since the Githyanki attack. The city is in a state of general disarray, but compared to when you left it, there seems to be some progress made in the way of repairing the damage done, especially around the docks, which is obviously a top priority for the city, as there are still a handful of ships stuck in the bay without a place to dock. All in all, however, things are starting to be repaired, and it seems that the overall shock of the experience is past for the general populace, if not for those most affected.
Michael?
Yes.
I'm going to cast Scrying
Okay.
And I want to see what if Amelia is alive.
You go to cast the spell, and you find that it doesn't work.
Okay.
There are a few reasons why this could happen.
Dead, another plane
Obviously,
of existence.
dead, other plane of existence,
I am
anti-magic field, or some sort of anti-divination magic is being used. You want to use the Mask of the Smiling Lord?
I'm gonna
I
use the
believe-
Mask of the Smiling Lord.
I think Commune takes a minute to cast. So it might be best left till... Yeah, it takes 1 minute to cast. So it might be best left till later, but I don't know. It's up to you.
Lambert, could you carry me as I cast this spell?
I don't think that's how that works, buddy.
No.
If you need to stop for a little bit, like, Phelan's going to be like, I get it. Go on. Casting spells. It's important. I get you.
I look at the other men in the group, and none of them can physically carry me.
Hey, I'm not like weak. I'm just a rogue.
I can summon a giant hand.
I don't say this to any of you. I just give all of you a look.
I actually can't summon a giant hand right now. I'm out. I'm out of hand.
Oh, it's the
been
next day.
days. It's been days, buddy.
Oh fuck!
It's been
You're
like
in
3
day and a half.
days.
Flex your
Oh, yeah,
look.
forgot about that.
You don't look at Kieran.
Oh, I had time to copy spells.
Yeah, a little bit of time. 36 hours minus however much. If you're going to cast Commune, I think you have to ask some questions.
I have 3 questions, and
Yes.
they can be yes, no, or I think maybe.
Unclear.
Unclear, sorry. I shake my magic 8-ball,
Okay.
and I speak to the Smiling Lord.
Okay. Oh! You again. Interesting. So this is going to be a common occurrence then, I take.
Possibly.
Well, go on, ask your questions.
I know Amelia's last name, right, Michael?
Rivera.
Yeah. Wow, how did I forget that? Is Amelia Rivera alive?
To get a bead on the one that you know at the very least. Hard to say.
I slightly walk away from the group if that's something I can do so they don't hear me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like in your mask to an extent.
Is it possible for you to make me more powerful?
Oh, this
Oh,
is
God.
exciting. Absolutely. At a prize.
And I trust you.
Oh, not a word.
Well, that's all I get from that genie.
All right. You continue about your way. When you finally walk into the office, you find that it's been more or less put back together, at least relative to the last time you came to visit. The desk has a few new scratches on it, and there's
Scratches.
Oh my god! There's more of them.
I read the word on the thing, and I was just like, "Oh, these sons of bitches are gonna
Oh, it's our fault. Okay.
Yeah, it is. And there's a few less pieces of glassware, but it's at the very least presentable. Although you do notice that the paperwork on the desk is several inches high among a few different stacks, compared to maybe a few pieces of parchment that you've grown accustomed to seeing on his desk. The Doge himself is leaning over the windowsill, sort of hunched over a bit, like really putting his weight on there. Just a glass of scotch beside his right hand.
Where's Scotland?
Scotland was inside us all along. I've been told you succeeded in tearing the silver strands apart.
Oh, you should have seen it. We fucked him up.
Actually, to be fair, the big beastie did most of the work, and we just had to kill it after.
So far, the only communication from the Inquisition is to confirm the destruction of their flagship by gift hands. The Empire itself has offered their engineering corps to help the rebuilding efforts. It would seem that the only people alive who knew about Amelia are in this room.
Does Kieran know, Michael?
No.
Well, about that,
He was deliberately vague.
Okay.
one of ours didn't make it to the journey in the first place.
I know. He takes the whole glass, just drinks the whole thing in one go, and turns to face you all. He's obviously maladjusted. Like, his eyes are just ever so slightly swollen and red, aside from the bags beneath his eyes. That Lucian has been in the city, helping rebuild for the most part, although he left earlier today.
I see.
You know where he went.
Out to sea.
I
Did
guess
he
he
take
got
our boat?
bored? Did he take our boat?
No, he was aboard a ship by the name of... Oh, fuck, what did I call this ship? Hold on.
That's a good name.
He left on a ship by the name of the Royal's Purse. It came from Sinpera a couple days ago. Couldn't quite dock, so here we are. From what I understand, the proprietor of the ship has been looking for people for a job. He shouldn't be long. I shouldn't imagine.
Speaking of amount of time, do you know what day it is?
What year is it?
Yes. I know that interplanar travel can be disorienting. It's the 19th of Rainsfall.
Oh,
Alright.
shit. Been a while.
I rolled days or days. So the number of days you left is the number of days you came back.
8 days exactly, just as I suspected.
So I contacted a acquaintance of mine, and he believes that Amelia is still alive.
Like, you see his eyes sort of widen as you say that. Is that so?
Yes, we aren't sure where she is, though. I believe we know who has that answer, though.
Kieran, can you give us the room for a moment?
Sure thing, boss. And, leaves. Stands outside the door.
If my daughter is still alive, she'd be with the Inquisition right now.
Exactly.
At their base, presumably.
Either at their base or a secret location.
Either way, we can't really afford to do anything about that right now, unfortunately. We've got a city rebuild, and we need Maryland to do it, as painful as that is. The people that took my daughter were killed by the Silver Strands. You guys took care of them. Closest thing to vengeance I'm getting at the moment. What's really been eating at me. How did they find out? I don't think it was one of you. I don't believe that you'd work with them at all, even if they were trying to force you to. And I especially don't think that you would just give them one of your own to begin with. So who?
I'm afraid I don't
Fuck.
know too much about the methods the Inquisition uses to find changelings.
I know who it was.
As far as I'm aware, the only thing that they've got is silver. Maybe some magics that render things to their original forms, things like a moonbeam and such. But she had a ring that kept her from being targeted by that sort of bullshit.
There was only one other person who knew.
Who?
It was Cassius.
No.
That's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
No, I'm sure it wasn't him.
He was the only one that knew.
Really?
I mean, Cassius, his guild, our guild, got attacked by the Inquisition. I don't see why he would suddenly help them.
But where was Cassius during the fighting?
We don't know. We weren't there either.
Best I can tell, and I am rather well connected. He was in the guild hall when it started.
He's been in contact with... What's his name? The son of the, head Inquisitor? Because he's been talking to him on occasion, right? He's been... The Inquisitor's son has been, the guy running things on this island, right?
Yeah, Tandor is the one that is... Yeah. He's running the island branch, kind of.
And we know he's talked to Cassius, right? Under our impression, it was, stuff about, hey, we're coming back to the island or whatever, right?
The only time that you've ever seen or heard of them talking specifically was the first time that you met him, when he essentially just completely and totally insulted him out of nowhere for no reason. Aside from that, you know that Cassius has been in talks with all of the individual island governments, which is kind of his job to do.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's overly suspicious, who knows?
I'm not saying it was him, but I believe we should investigate this further.
It doesn't make sense.
Be our first experience with betrayal. But I don't know.
Cassius knows when she leaves work and when she comes. We also know he has monitoring ways to monitor her.
Fuck.
He's told me himself.
Certainly I'm happy with sleeping in the mansion now.
I
We
mean,
need to go back to the guild hall.
I mean, it would be the best place to start if we want to really investigate how and where and when.
We need to find a way to get him out of his office, and we need one of us at least to investigate it.
I was gonna go more for the route about where the Inquisitors originally grabbed her personally, and maybe sort through her room, see if there's anything new there that doesn't belong necessarily.
Absolutely.
seems we have a lot of threads to investigate. I personally still want to talk to the Magistorium for several reasons, one of which being the anti-Inquisition sentiments that they hold. See if I can shake the tree and see what falls out.
There's something between the Magistorium and the Inquisition.
It's supposed to be a bit of a secret, but I suppose you have better reason than anyone to know. We previously went near the Inquisition base, and mostly for reconnaissance. We were contracted by General Du Bois to do so. It's how she helped us escape Maryland when we were wanted by the Inquisition.
I
That was
was
fun.
rather curious how you managed that.
Friends in high places, which I plan to use to my greatest advantage. I wanted to let the Magistorium know that Amelia had been captured, but unfortunately, I was not able to contact them in time before we had to go off to the astral plane and escape the Gith invasion.
If Lady Du Bois is willing to talk, I'll have someone talk to her. See what we can do on our front. You can feel free to investigate Amelia's room should you need. In the meantime, I'm a rather well-connected man. I'll find whoever's responsible for grabbing her, and when I do, I'll send you to take them to me personally.
All is well and good. We'll probably be in the city for the time being. I have a lot of errands to run.
Very well. You did well with the strands. You find 1,500 gold pieces have been deposited in each of your accounts for your efforts. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like a little time alone. Oh, fuck. If you'd send Kieran in.
1,500. No, it's 1,500 each, so each.
Yeah, 1,500 each.
I was like, 15,000?
What the hell am I gonna do with 5,000 gold?
How am I gonna do with 5,000?
You can give it to Gwydion.
Arms for the poor, please.
So how much money are we getting?
1,500 apiece.
500.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gwydion will leave and send Kieran in. Needs you.
Okay. All right, you send Kieran in, and you never see him again. You guys exit, and you guys have the rest of the day. At the moment, it's probably closer to 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
I want to scry on Liliana.
Ooh, yeah.
Scandalous.
Right, she has a new stat block because she's an
probably in a
NPC
brothel
now.
right now.
Because
so
she
her
multi-classed
DC should be
into-
low.
Into
Into
NPC.
cleric.
It's a nemesis.
It's a wisdom save, right?
Yeah.
Inquisitors, Liliana, roll this shit. That's an 11.
Hell yeah. What's that bitch doing?
Interestingly enough,
Sorry, Dennis.
and this almost seems a little promising, even.
Holy shit. Hip change.
It doesn't work.
I can measure distances now. Good.
The spell just doesn't take effect. Same thing with Amelia.
The spell isn't working on her either.
Oh, so if it's not working on either of them, that means there's some sort of anti-magic field, and not one of them is deceased.
Now, something to keep in mind. In theory, they could both be dead, but
Well,
you guys scried before you left.
I choose to believe the most likely answer.
And you start to sort of piece together this. The reason it probably didn't work the entirety, whenever you first cast it, she might have just entered at that moment, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems like an odd fucking coincidence. Like, for sure.
I think once we do a little investigation at the guild hall, it might be best for us to try to find where she is.
Yes, probably.
Amelia's room is at the palace.
It's close by then.
I mean, you're there.
We're at the palace.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I would say it's
If you
pretty
guys-
fucking close by.
If you guys want to, we can search her room. I don't know what that would do for us, but
Well,
we could.
I mean,
We
we
might
might find what
something.
you're suspecting.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's the thing.
She wasn't apprehended from her room.
No, but we're also trying to identify how they found out she was a changeling, and
Yeah.
If something
hell?
was just like written, like on the mirror, she has like written in lipstick, "I am a changeling."
I
No
doubt it would be
loose
that
threads.
obvious because that'd be hilarious. But no,
I'm a young woman and I'm changeling.
No loose threads. I think we should investigate her room.
All right. Well,
Lambert's the best at that, right?
the staff takes you to the appropriate room, opens it up. Fuck, it's fucking nice. Like, you think that like Elrin's room is nice, what I guess is now
Too soon.
whose room? Sen. Okay, yeah. You know how your room is nice? Her room nicer. Not necessarily surprising. It's in a
Correct.
literal fucking palace. Like, it's big. It has surprisingly darkly tinted windows, with like nice thick heavy shades like that can easily be drawn, and like you can see like locking mechanisms like in the center and on the sides to like keep them in place.
Are they Ray-Bans?
Roll me a perception check.
I'm
While
good at
you're
those.
doing that, I'll tell you the rest. Nice bed, has a big old canopy over top. It's a lot of like light blues and like kind of neutral colors. It's quite nice. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. You guys wouldn't. You guys didn't think she would have been down from here to begin with, but you guys take a look anyway. If you guys can roll me an investigation check.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
If anyone would like an inspiration, I can also get that.
I will gladly take the inspiration if I'm doing the investigating.
I'll fucking do the historian thing with Lambert. We're looking for like monitoring devices. You know, where do
Yeah, I was
people
actually-
typically hide those?
I was actually kind of
What
hoping
kind of
you had detect or see invisibility just in case.
Not at the moment. I
Damn
do
it.
not.
That's all right. But yeah, I'm glad
No
I'll take
longer.
that.
I had
Yeah,
attention to my staff.
I'll take that inspiration though for shits and giggles. D10, thank you.
Again,
That's
Who
good.
would've
Survey
thought fucking
set.
passed
Oh
that?
Jesus! Here, just for shits and giggles, because I'm an asshole and because I don't use these ever. So that's a
okay.
what the fuck ever that number is.
it's past 30.
It's 31. No,
I
it's 30.
invade
It is
this
30.
girl's privacy in ways that should be illegal.
She is a teenager. So it is. Yay.
I have permission.
Well, shit. For a fucking 30, yeah, you find some stuff. Interestingly, when you take a look around, you take a look on the desk. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. You pull things out. Everything seems to be more or less in place for a 13-year-old girl. She's 14, 15. Hard to say. She's like, a fucking changeling. She can be whatever
She's
age
like
she fucking
16
wants.
at this point, I believe.
I don't fucking remember. She's probably. She might be close to 17 now, actually, in that case. Look, it doesn't really matter. For someone so young, she's actually pretty fucking neat and organized, all things considered. Having literal, like, cleaning staff probably helps.
You can't trust a clean teenager.
You really can't. She is a changeling.
Dirty changelings.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a 4, so it's a what? Yeah, okay.
32.
You're right. I'm just crazy. Can't do math. A plus 4 is 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, it's 12.
There doesn't seem to be anything having been planted, but you do find something interesting.
Okay.
You know how I said the blinds, like the big heavy blinds, have locking mechanisms?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The key on the left side is still in the lock.
Interesting.
So she was sneaking out?
Why
You take
would
a
she
look.
leave the key in her own lock?
You take a look outside the window, and it doesn't really seem like this. Like it just sort of like overlooks the garden back there, her window. It doesn't look like there's any means for which to like climb down. Like there's no like places to really like grab hold. In fact, you can actually see where like whereas like the rest of the windows perhaps have like a little bit like more like places where you could in theory climb up. Directly outside the window is relatively smooth stone, perhaps to prevent someone from crawling up specifically. You find that the window itself is also not locked.
Should open.
It opens.
Take the key out.
Okay. Add one key to Amelia's curtains.
Common
I
item.
don't question this.
Gwydion, can I keep that?
Sure.
I really should question that.
Excuse me?
I don't
So-
trust a dirty man with the key to Dojess's room.
Hold on. Was she letting someone sneak in? But this looks untraversable. But there are spells that can fix that.
I mean, the curtains don't open from the outside, and especially not with a key. And neither do the windows. So
She was either sneaking out or letting someone in.
seems fairly reasonable.
I don't think that helps us with the investigation. Interesting as it is,
No,
though.
it
Who?
actually might.
Anyone who she would have been close enough to let sneak into her room might have known she was a changeling. And they might have told her they didn't care. But
Okay,
who knows?
how far do we want to pursue this train of thought? Because at that point, we're questioning staff, see if they've know anything about Amelia speaking with people that they don't recognize, possibly finding someone on the grounds that didn't belong and ushering them off without even thinking about it.
Okay, let's create a scenario in our head then. Let's say one evening, whoever this person is, invited into a room, sneaks in somehow, climbing the smooth stone wall, and let's say one evening they get caught. Let's say that whoever did this, whatever staff member did this, let it slide because they're very close with Amelia. We can ask the Doge which maid, which cleaner Amelia was closest with as a friend. Someone who would be willing to keep secrets like that. She might know the identity of the person.
Hmm.
A large reach, but it's going off a very small thread.
Should
Oh.
have a handmaid, or two at least.
Yes.
I would like to think leaving the damn key and something like that is not something that would be feasibly done. Granted, mistakes are made. I mean, God, I've left my coin purse on the desk one too many times before back when I was younger.
It might be an understood thing between all the handmaids and whoever else walks into this room besides the Doge himself that the key should remain there. For Amelia's sake.
Hmm.
So do we tell this to the Doge? Or do we go to the handmaids?
I think we should see what tale the handmaids have to spin.
And again, this could very well just be nothing. Literally could have just forgotten and left the key there. Just happened to be the same day where she gets abducted.
Could be, but no harm in following the thread, at least a little bit.
God knows I don't believe in coincidence until someone tells me otherwise.
At this point, I agree.
All right. All right. So you go off to where the handmaids. So you are you asking for a specific one, or are you just like?
Show me the handmaid.
Talk to all of them.
Okay. You find one, a little bit of an older lady, blind, just fully blind. Sort of just like sitting in a chair, relatively nearby the room, sort of like you can hear, she's crying. She hears you guys approach. You're not exactly very stealthy individuals.
How dare you?
What?
I have an 11 modifier. I'm very stealthy.
You're not very stealthy. Fuck off. You
I
have a
have a
hurdy-gurdy. It makes noise back there.
I have
Definitely
a
doesn't.
13 modifier and I can't roll below a 23.
Is someone there?
Yes, we're friends of Amelia.
Oh. I'm sorry that she, well, I was quite close to Amelia as well.
Yes, we're trying to find where she went. And her father let us investigate her room.
Did you find anything?
Yes, actually, we found a key that rather oddly in one of her windows.
Well, that doesn't sound like her at all.
That's what we were thinking. We were wondering if she had any late night guests that show up, friends of hers maybe.
Oh, for heavens, no. She's always been more of a quite friendly, but also very, quiet, sort of kept to herself. The way I think it, she's probably just a bit shy. She doesn't seem the sort to me to have let people in. Let me roll something real quick. Okay, that's a pretty good roll.
Would she be the kind of person to sneak out?
Oh no, her father would have her head if she snuck out at all. Although I did hear some whispers coming from outside yesterday. Not yesterday. The night before she was taken.
Outside of her window?
Must have been. At least something close. I was out by the gardens. I like to well, it always smells so lovely back there, and the breeze is nice. I definitely heard some whispering over that way.
Whispering in the garden?
Oh,
Or from her room?
Best I can tell from probably out close to her room. I've never had the best sense of direction, and obviously I couldn't have exactly looked around.
Of course.
Insight check the blind woman.
I'm rolling. Yep, I'm rolling.
Oh, there we go. That's a 28.
28's pretty good. Best you can tell, she's telling the truth.
Okay.
You're pretty confident.
Okay.
So, when Amelia spoke about other people to you, just say in passing general conversation, was there anyone when she spoke about them that you could almost hear a smile in her voice? Just a tone shift, uplifting, or someone that she liked to talk about a lot?
Actually, yeah, there was this one young woman she called Leora.
Slowly
that's
turns
me.
and stares at Sen.
What exactly did she say about me?
She said you were very kind and that she was excited to spend more time with someone like herself. Well, you have so many friends here. I suppose you're not quite so shy, but well.
It's hard being a young woman, especially if you have no siblings. I'm sure that's what she meant.
I yes, I imagine so. You said you're investigating. I know that the Doge said that she had been kidnapped, but would not go into any more detail.
Yes, we...
So he's sending you all to find out who did this?
That would be the case.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I hope that I helped in some way.
You helped very much, thank you.
Just feel free to come by and ask if there's any more questions.
We shall. Miss?
Oh, here's the key to her window, by the way. And I give it to the old woman.
Like she kind of holds out her hand. You place it on top. Thank you. I'll put this away when I can.
And, just for kicks, while her hand's upturned and she's taking the key, Lambert's gonna drop something in it as well. And also for your time, and we promise we'll do our best to find out where she is and bring her back in one piece. I'll drop a silver coin in her hand.
Okay. Oh, thank you kindly. Thank you kindly, sir. I'm sorry to ask. I don't exactly know what this is. I know it's a coin, obviously, but I don't know where to sort it.
Oh, it's just a silver coin, love.
Thank you very much. She tucks it away in one of her pockets. It, does a little, coin sounds dot MP3.
Wait, so
Gwydion will.
the coinage
go
of
ahead.
this world doesn't have different shapes? It's all just literal coin shapes? No other way to signify difference between them?
She's too poor. She's
they
never
look
touched
different.
money before.
There's they can be different well, so here's the thing about that, right? So the silver coins are all worth the same, but Sinparan silver coins would be different from Karn silver coins, would be different from Marish silver coins, and they would all be maybe slightly different diameters, or maybe
Okay, that's fair.
different shapes or whatever. So the material, because people put into circulation the shit that they found from a 5,000-year-old dungeon.
Yeah.
You think they're using the same currency? Hell no.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's true.
Gwydion is going to walk out and gesture the party to follow.
We found our gold in the stomach of a beast.
How
True.
far? Yeah,
blew up.
that's legal tender.
It is
Yeah.
legal. It's legal tender. You've never seen any coin like it before in your life.
Found it in the
It's
fucking
silver
thing.
though.
Yeah, when an astral dreadnought
funny how-
explodes in a loop pinata.
What if we only found Electrum in there?
Don't
be
even joke
worthless.
about that. I had a DM do that to me. It pissed me off so much. Anyway, moving on. Gwydion. Yes.
They used to use it, but it was outdated very quickly.
That was
That thing was to aid this.
that was
Can't
a
imagine
clever
why.
In a
gambit.
1 month period in the last 10,000 years.
That was a clever gambit with a silver coin, Lambert.
I just wanted to be sure. You never know.
Never hurts. So
It's-
it sounds
very
like
smart.
we need to be around the garden at nighttime, and maybe this visitor might be devoted enough to check every night to see if Amelia has returned.
It's been a damned week, though, so I'm not sure. Honestly, though, I do want to check the garden. Because, well, it's not hard to find a set of foot tracks that don't belong if it's off the beaten path.
People
Exactly.
can be dedicated and stubborn. Who knows? He might come back every night. He, she, they. Who knows?
I don't know. I've been with the ex-butts at the brothel. Frankly, there's not much that brings me back to the same one over and over again, but... Anyway, I digress. I'm getting off track. To the garden.
Young love. Not something I have much experience in, Lambert, but it's something I've read about. So, there's one thing I know is that two people, the more you try to keep them apart, the more they're going to want to be together.
I would not know. I grew up in a monastery where we were taught to fight monsters, and most of us died.
I'm with you, besides all that you just said. I'm with you.
Well, now you're a grandmaster of one of these places.
Indeed, yes, and it just got blown up, so I'd prefer not to talk about it.
Sounds like most of your titles.
Well, anyways, do we all want to wait till nightfall at the garden, or do we want to split off and try and cover more ground?
Well, I do want to search it during the day while there's light, at least.
Fair enough.
And then we can, if you really wish, we can hang around and see if anyone shows up just for the kicks.
It's worth
Okay.
seeing.
Let's split up,
I need to
gang.
make use of the time that I have.
All right. Yeah. So you guys go off to the garden. We'll take a quick break. Be back in just a couple of minutes.
Okay.
We'll take a look at what's in the garden. And then maybe
What's
do
in
some
the
other stuff.
garden?
What's in the garden, guys?
What's in the fucking garden?
Oh, what's in the garden?
What's in the box?
Hearing whispers outside her window. That's curious.
If it's Q, I'm pissed.
That'd be funny.
I mean, he's the only other one who knew.
I mean, yeah, but again,
And like, he became evil too.
okay, do we actually know that? Like, did I miss a conversation or something? I feel like that we don't know that.
I mean, it's implied he was having his soul stolen from him, so like, I assume that would make someone a little evil.
Yeah, but we don't know. I honestly, I'm more betting on like my original theory, like maybe a lover who learned a little bit more than they should have, and yeah, needless to say,
Like,
it's
maybe
easy to make a teenage
potentially,
boy cry uncle than anything else.
Possibly, there is a chance.
Or maybe it was someone that was working for the Inquisition the entire damn time. Who knows?
I don't think it was Cassius, but like, I can't rule him out.
Well, I definitely will say yes, Cassius is a solid suspect at least because he does have access to all the information and the capability to do so. But I'm not getting the same vibe I did with what's his face, the cannibal we ended up killing. Like
Elrond,
him, yeah, Elrond. Like right off the bat, that guy gave me bad vibes with the way Legion promoted him. So needless to say, I felt pretty happy when it was discovered. It's like, oh yeah, no, dude's still a cannibal and evil as fuck. It's like I fucking called it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm not getting that kind of vibe off Cassius. Either that or Legion's really good about keeping that way off the back of his mind if it is the case.
any deductions I come to are on my own because my character fucked off. Both
Yeah.
of them did.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, we pulled the thread. We found more than expected. So already we're on a trail of something at least.
Oh, hopefully you find her. I mean, she's probably just like in the Marish capital at the moment.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute before we actually go on a rescue party on her. But at least we can discover what the hell happened and how the Inquisition discovered. I don't know what the hell the Doge is gonna want to do with the damn guy, but at least it'll give us a lead to work off of. Hopefully, unless they're
I'm in the middle of the town square.
Unless they're in like a really closed-off Splinter Cell kind of group, in which case he's not going to know a goddamn thing. Or it could be pulling at a string that just literally leads up to Amelia had a secret boyfriend, and that's all he was.
It's true. They like put her room in front of a smooth stone wall to keep people out, but forgot about the fact that a small subset of the population can fly.
Well, that and teenagers are stupidly clever when it comes to slipping out of the rooms in the middle of the night.
Yep.
My parents learned that one the hard way.
Love knows no bounds.
That reminds me, I exchanged some of my coinage into silver, because I might be doing this trick a little bit more often than I originally intended to.
To every random passerby we talk to. Silver for your troubles.
I mean...
One day it'll land.
I mean, if we need a changeling, do we need to know they're a changeling?
Lambert personally would like to know.
It's like, haha, you fool, you've revealed your secret. Now we're going to do nothing about it. Keep living up.
If someone is a changeling, especially a changeling that knows Amelia, then they have a very much more intimate connection to her than we would have initially suspected, which means they could be hiding information.
Bingo. That's why I want to find who was whispering to her in the middle of the night through her window.
It was Lucian.
doubt that severely for some reason.
Anyone who you let whisper through your window in the middle of the night, which is not on the first story, you're probably going to tell you're a changeling at some point. You know, fucking the kids.
Hi.
They love Twilight. You know, they love it when one of the guy or the girl is like, you know, not what you think they are. Something hidden, something strange, something powerful, mysterious.
Something that glitters in.
I had that moment, you know, the person in the window was like, "I know what you are," and Amelia was like, "Say it," and he was like, "Vampire," and she's like, "No, try again."
You fucking idiot!
Not even close. It's daytime. Come on.
Dumbass.
I hate the town I live in.
Twilight Town.
Yep, I literally live in the Twilight tourist capital of the Pacific Northwest.
Oh my god, is that where they filmed it?
Oh god, no. I think they filmed it, I think the first movie was filmed in Canada or something. The second movie was filmed in California.
Yeah, no, it was filmed in Canada, yeah.
What movie?
Twilight.
Ah,
We talked about Twilight because I said that's why Amelia would tell her lover that she was a changeling, so they could have that moment, you know, the Twilight moment.
ah.
The kids, they love it.
What?
She takes off her gloves and like places a silver piece on there.
Oh, shit.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck, ow,
Ah, fuck! Oh, God,
you're a
God.
werewolf. No,
No,
You're a werewolf.
no. Absolutely not.
It was not.
Fucking weirdo. Or maybe it's a Sound of Music type deal.
what happened
I
in
mean, the
that?
sounds of music are quite varied.
Nazi guy comes up to the like 16-year-old and it's just like he's 16 himself or something. He's like joining the army or whatever. And he's just like, there's a whole song of him trying to like convince her to. It's a whole thing.
To be a Nazi?
Yeah, basically.
Shoot.
Strong implications that whoever this lover is part of the Inquisition, but I'm going to ignore that.
I mean, the
mean-
Inquisition are basically Nazis.
I mean, honestly, the potential lover is just another thread I want to tug on a little bit just to find out. Because again, this is a way where they could have learned what she was, and that's currently the thing I'm trying to figure out here. Where she was captured, I mean, we basically know all that information already. I just want to find out how they knew and then pull that thread and hope it'll lead us to wherever the hell they are.
All leaks in the hull must be plugged. Granted, the hull has already sank, but we may as well find out why.
Amen.
Is everyone back then?
Dennis?
Yes.
Yep.
All
We're all
right,
back.
wonderful. So you guys head out to the garden to take a look around. If I can get you guys to roll me another investigation check.
Yeah, I can do that.
Fuck
who's-
off.
Let's do the thing again. That makes it a stupid number.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The stupid number thing. Heinrich takes a look around, doesn't find much of anything.
Shocker.
I roll the thing.
We might have better odds if we all roll investigation this time around, actually.
I'm in a place. I know that.
You're in a garden.
Oh!
You're looking for things.
Okay,
Oh my
Gwydion's
God.
number one on this one, because, nope,
Yeah. So 27. Pretty good. You take a look around, especially to the area directly underneath Amelia's room. It is, in fact, the only window that has the smooth stone surrounding it, as to prevent, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Taking a look around, you don't find anything in the way of footprints. Kind of take a better look. And there's like some bushes over nearby, and you kind of go in them and like kind of take a look around. And you find a golden ring.
What?
Not a very big ring, just a normal size ring, a dark red ruby, as it's encased within it.
Is this the same kind of ring that Sen wears?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you had me there.
It's much fancier looking. Like it is jewelry made to be like worn to show off, not for utilitarian reasons. Purely aesthetic.
Her ring was identical to mine, correct?
Yes, plain band.
Figured. Do I recognize this ring as one she's worn?
Make an intelligence check.
I'm gonna roll a luck.
Okay.
Nope.
Fuck me.
Doesn't seem like it. I mean, you think you would have remembered, right?
I don't recognize this as hers, but it's odd it would be here. Is there a way we can see who the owner is?
You would think the divination would cover that somehow, but I don't really know of a spell that can link an item to its original owner. Unless
Okay.
you know the owner beforehand, like scrying. But we don't know who we're looking for. So,
Well, I'll let you make an Arcana check.
something could be done.
There are certain individuals that have the closest thing to what Sen is talking about would be there is a sort of like almost like a ritual. You're not entirely sure how it works because you're just kind of out of this particular loop. The circles that it's used in typically are pseudo masochistic hunter types, particularly in this something in between, I guess, the Inquisition and the Lamberts. The Lamberts, them.
The Grey Jedi.
I believe they refer to this particular ability as
They're in Kurdish had?
Grim Psychometry.
Not my thing. I mean, let's see, there's legend lore. Don't know it. Can't afford it. If I knew a diviner, maybe. Well, I probably do know a diviner. I can ask around the Magistorum. If we don't find its owner tonight, I can go to the Magistorum and inquire about the origins of this object, or we could ask the Doge.
I mean,
It doesn't seem to particularly be magical.
I mean, there's another route we could take. A little simpler than all that.
What?
Yes.
A fancy high-end ring. Who do you think made it?
A jeweler.
So we go ask the jewelers.
Yes.
Good bet.
What I was saying, Michael, was that the spell Legend Lore just lets you take an item and you learn the history around it. It's
Yeah.
higher level and probably less simple than doing what Lambert said.
I like Lambert's idea, but also if that's a dead end, we could find a diviner and have them investigate it in our circle.
Always good to have two plans.
The magic amplification circle.
The thing about legend lore is that, the sentence here is the spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named.
Okay.
Even given that we don't even you have the object, this object. I mean, that's a name, I guess. if the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information.
What if it is?
I mean,
This
that
feels
is
like an NPC
that
spell.
is the other thing. It could be of legendary importance.
Yeah.
Wait,
Gonna
hold
start
up.
bringing things.
Let me
people.
just
Is it a
eliminate.
legendary magic item?
Let me just eliminate the most simplest of probabilities from a packet before we start even walking away from things. There's not an inscription on the damn thing, right? Like on the inside of the band or anything.
Make a
Property
perception check.
of...
Make a perception check.
Yeah, make a perception check.
If found, I'm gonna assist you. If found, please return to P.O. Box.
I don't think this is something you can really assist in. It's a small ring.
Okay,
You
who
just
has
get in each other's way.
I guess the question is who has the best perception of all of us then? Who?
I think
Probably
I do.
Sen.
Then
Yeah, Sen. Who reads small?
I always wear these glasses. Have you never noticed?
No.
I
Should I
have
have?
Groucho glasses on. I use the my flute, and I have the Groucho glasses and nose on me.
I really just want to
I-
flick you in the nose.
I take bits and pieces of bone and muscle and forge myself out from the sinew that constructs the humanoid body a pair of glasses.
I just use my flute. That does sound fun,
So
though.
you're just trying to be the next sculptor then. Got it.
The house is mine.
oh
24.
my god.
There is first off, it's a very ornate ring. On top of just like there's like some engravings for like decoration, like lines sort of flowing around the entire thing. Something like a river, you would say, sort of like flowing throughout the ring on its exterior and its interior, but like buried in in the middle of it, like in between like the line, you see initials.
No.
AR.
Alex Rodriguez.
Yep, Alex Rodriguez.
A Cassius Rillablanc.
Accounts receivable.
No. So what's the Doge's first name, Michael?
Mateo.
That was funny though, Dennis. Okay, do we know anyone of the Rivera family who has A as a first name?
No, actually. The only Riveras that you know of is Mateo. I forget his name, but I think it's like, fuck. I'm gonna be upset. It's not.
If it's not-
doesn't start with an
If
A,
they're not
for sure.
important, then it's fine.
Well, I mean,
Don't worry about
he's important in the sense that like,
Wasn't he like a cousin?
no, he's the Doge's gay son.
Oh, we didn't know about that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we did at the party.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. We'll call him Michael.
No, he's definitely not. Like, it doesn't matter. And then there's Amelia.
Yeah, there is
which
Amelia.
is spelled with an E.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
spelled with an E. That's right. You did it weird. Okay.
Amelia. It's the female for Emil. Not
Yes.
Emil. It's Emil.
What about O'Meal?
Ooh. Maybe there is an Emil. No.
I'm
No,
drawing a
because-
blank.
His
Well-
son's name is Giovanni.
Oh, that's very gay. Okay. So the
Okay.
the other families, do any of them have an R last name?
I mean,
It'd
there's
be
the
really high up in the notes.
there's the DeRose family, but that's kind of
Yeah, they would put D.
yeah. There's the Fior, Oscuro, Zatici. None of them are R's at all.
What about the Inquisitor? His name isn't an R. I can't remember what it is, but his last name.
Fuck, I don't know why I can't remember that one. I think it's just literally lack of coffee. Their last name is Vaughn.
What's his first name?
Tandor.
Okay.
Unless you're
Very
talking
good
about the
type of
Grand Inquisitor.
Nah.
Okay, well.
I just didn't have this guy in my notes, even though he's really important.
Well,
Yeah, he's like the one Inquisitor that you keep running into, and you don't have him in your notes.
I literally keep wanting to make like an appendix of everything we've done, but I know it would take a lot of time, so I just haven't done it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it's fair.
and it always needs updating.
Constantly.
That's why I stick with the bestiaries.
Well,
I don't know. I've killed a monster before. I don't know.
I keep track of people, places, things. Why do I have a things tab? There's two things. All the books I have in the Sunset Ostinato. I should get rid of that one.
I can't
I
think
don't
of
keep track
anyone
of
with these
anything.
initials, but we can keep them in mind, at least.
A daily log, all my dreams into to-do list.
That does seem
I
very
actively-
Gwydion. Like, people, why would I remember them? Ah, yes, but I need to get 3 quarts of Bogswort for a spell.
Correct. And
Right, to a jeweler then to see if the initials coin a memory of some sort.
That's a great idea. Lead the way, Lambert. I'm sure you know where all the nice jewelers are in this town.
Fuck no. What makes you think I would? I know where the brothels are.
Isn't that what you give to the ladies of the night?
No, I give them money.
I thought you paid them in rings.
Why would I pay them in rings?
That's what the stories say.
Stories of what?
Never mind. Let's just keep going.
Lord of the Rings?
We're revisiting this conversation later, Sen.
We don't have to.
We do now. You brought it up. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, so looking for a high-end jeweler shop now. Like, given how this ring is described, like, stupidly high-end. Like, I expect to be...
Yeah, I mean, there's some shops up in Hightown. You take it to all the shops that could have done this would have been in Hightown. So you kind of take a look around, and you show the ring. It's getting a little bit late, so like a couple of them are like starting to close up, but like you can still like kind of get in. Hey, did you make this? They all can identify it as very expensive, but none of them have done the work.
If I asked them to identify the engravings or the styling of the ring, would they be able to point me at least in the right direction? These guys are masters of their craft. I expect they would at least be able to kind of possibly recognize it if they saw it.
shit, I might be able to do that.
The second one that you actually, Gwydion, make me a history check.
Shit, which I just went to you for this, apparently. Oh, fuck me!
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Well,
You know,
I'm glad
actually-
you asked.
Now that you're looking at it, this sort of engraving process hasn't been used in centuries.
This ring's old.
Oh, fuck. Fuck!
Old. Old.
What?
Old like a thing that can't die. Old. Old like an elf old. Old like something beneath the city. Old. That doesn't die. Old. And
What
shows
was
up at
it?
night. Old.
Yeah.
It was an elf necromancer.
I'm not gonna lie, I would prefer that.
Falsander!
No!
And so with a or not. Why am I still
A
doing
false-
Lambert's voice? A false
Falsander is
ander.
short for a falsander.
This lead isn't going to go anywhere pleasant.
Do any of our damn leads anymore? We were just in the Astral Sea. We saw an Astral Dreadnought. We saw a monastery that was literally covered in what can only be described as egg flesh. Do we ever have a good
Hey.
time?
Do you remember the
Kieran
first
was
lead we
pretty
ever had?
pleasant.
Where that led to?
The end of the world?
Do you know where the second lead we ever found led to?
Dragon.
Okay, I'm talking about.
Sirens came first. The sirens that everyone was
Okay, the
stabbing their
sirens.
ears so that they wouldn't hear the call.
I'm
That
talking about
one?
our best friend, who is the cannibal. But that lead.
Oh, that
Actually,
lead.
yeah, that's fair.
So,
Technically speaking, your second lead was vampires, so
They've all been bad. Nothing's been good.
So
Why
while,
can't we ever find nice things?
while we're in an area of the town where people seem to make things, I need to find someone who makes trinkets such as small statues.
Well, the statue that you're looking for only requires 5 gold pieces, and anything you buy here will be more expensive than that.
No, the
I
one I need requires 1,500 gold pieces.
Oh shit! What?
You're in the right area then, I guess. Shit.
It's one of my 6th level spells.
Dude, is that like
Ah,
the
okay.
gold hero
Yeah,
forge icon?
fucking absolutely. These sons of bitches, like they won't put like they'll chunk out some 1,500 anything
I
you
say,
ask for.
hello, I need a statuette made from ivory in my likeness. Here's the cash, 1,500 gold. And I know you need to see what I look like to do this, but here, have an illusion. I cast Major Image at the 6th level, so it's permanent.
Oh my god, Gwydion.
Jesus!
And then I leave.
And then I leave.
What? What's up, dude?
Yay, hi! Just
Okay.
That's half a meter.
6 to 8 inches.
When's
Fine.
this going away?
No man knows how long.
When I
6
get rid of
is.
it, and I'll be back tomorrow.
Don't think it'll be done tomorrow.
Oh
I'll be
god.
back in a couple of days.
Illusion magic is bullshit.
Just,
I just thought of the piteous shit
I am
ever.
permanently in your house.
Imagine you break up with someone who is like shitty with you, and you leave a major image that never goes away in their bedroom.
Yeah, you have to like hire
Oh,
someone
well,
to
put some
dispel
curtains
it.
over it. Shit.
Son of a bitch.
Hey Maggie, what's behind that bedroom separator you have there? No,
That's
don't worry
my
about it.
ex-boyfriend.
Big flex. We're flexing now. I'm at the level where I can flex.
Gwydion can't flex. He has to major illusion that.
Flex level.
Well, it'll say there, won't it?
Use
Yeah,
weapon
but you
bond
just
and
spent
flex.
all your money and now you're broke again.
I just made 1,500 gold and immediately lost it. What about it?
You're a wizard, Gwydion. Who would have known?
It's wizard life, okay? Jeez, get off my back.
I have money for a solid however long it takes me to figure out the components for this spell.
Less than a day. It's been hours.
How much does the bag of holding cost?
Yeah.
That's hold on. Let me do some research on that. Like actually. In the meantime, what's the plan?
We wanted to wait in the garden, right? Now we know that we might run into something rather unpleasant, and something that might actually not be bothered to show up, but it's still worth checking, because worst comes to worst, we waste some time that we don't have much else to do besides follow this lead.
Oh my god, I hate how much sense a vampire would make with spider climb on smooth wall. Fuck.
We know there's a vampire problem too.
That doesn't help.
Define problem.
What?
The
They
fact that
exist.
only one of us knows where they are and they forgot.
I'm
And they're
curious
not
about
here.
the sort of relationship that a teenage girl would be interested in forming with... Never
Don't
mind.
you fucking say it.
So,
I said it earlier.
I know you did. Shut up.
It's Twilight! It's fucking Twilight! I said it, Michael.
I'm living my
he
nightmare in
watches
D&D.
her while she sleeps. It makes her feel safe.
Oh,
When
that's...
he goes in the sunlight, he gets very sweaty.
Oh god damn, this is... I hate saying this, but I'm gonna steal cabbage for a moment. Cabbage, it's cringe.
He's from
Yeah, I mean,
He's
you're
from-
right.
he's from where Lambert's from.
I hate you. I hate you all.
I've done it. I found the cringe.
I'm
You
cringe,
decided
but
to
I
live
am
in
free.
Forks.
So,
Hate this
how
town.
much time till nightfall?
2 hours maybe at this point.
How long would it take for me to visit Herbert? Because he probably needs to know of my whereabouts by this point.
I mean, it's get there and back would probably be about 40 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
Or like
Uh,
each trip. It'll give you 40 minutes to hang out with them, basically.
Only get ships in the night sky were like shooting stars.
Let's agree to meet back at the garden around nightfall and be be quiet about it. Unless the quietest one of us just wants to go, but we should probably all be there. Or some of us could be in the room, and the quiet one of us goes in the garden. Either way, meet at the Doges around nightfall, and we'll figure out a plan from there. I have to go run another errand.
Okay. So you head to Herbert.
Yes.
All right.
Please be live.
You go all the way down there. You knock on the door. He get this. He answers the door. Good, my boy. You've been gone for quite some time.
Yes, and I left you hanging, I suppose. We said we were going to take it to the Inquisition, but then ships came out of the sky and blew everything up.
Yes, I'm well aware. I knocked down a few. Well, I didn't literally knock down a few, but I did barrage them with a series of rocks.
That is good. Me and my compatriots went to their home plane to try and drive them away. We were stuck there for a while, but we're back. I just wanted to make sure you were alive and let you know that we're alive.
It is a great thing to know. Fortunately, I was out whenever it actually happened. You take a look around, the street that he lives on has actually been relatively fucked. Yes. I spent most of my time away from this stretch of road, fortunately. Yes, minor damages at worst.
That's good to hear. I don't know if there's too terribly much to talk about. I'm just covering loose ends, I guess. We're still investigating the disappearance of the Doge's daughter. I plan on visiting the Magistorium at some point. A lot of things to do.
Very well. I hope that the investigation goes smoothly, and I'm glad that you are safe. I was expecting you about a week ago. I was getting worried.
Yes, being stuck in another plane has its way of, well, it keeps you there.
I am well aware. One time I spent an entire week in the 9 hells.
Oh, sounds like a interesting story. I've heard a thing or two about that. But for another time, I need to get back to the investigation.
By all means, and a pleasure to hear from you again.
You as well.
Right. You walk back.
Were we all there or just
me. I said I'd catch up with you, and I said to meet at the Doge's place.
Yeah,
anyone doing anything? Well,
I would have loved to have asked him about the 7 hills for reasons.
Too fucking bad.
No, it's okay.
Just absolutely shit on, basically.
Music bot keeps breaking.
Oh, okay.
I
was
mean,
worried.
I could, yeah. Kill some people with fire, potentially.
Now, has anyone at all tried to contact Lucian in any way?
No.
That's the one
Very
person
well.
that probably could.
Tomorrow. I would have to wait.
You
till
did not
tomorrow.
spend all of your 3rd level spells today. Surely.
I didn't spend any of my 3rd level spells. I would like to scry on him. He's lost his sending privileges.
Okay. Hey, Lucian, make me a wisdom saving throw. You
Is
have
it tomorrow?
Huh?
Is it tomorrow?
No, it's not tomorrow. What do you mean?
I can't scry him until tomorrow. That's
You
why I was
said
saying.
you would like to scry on him.
Yeah, but I said initially I can't do it until tomorrow, and you
Why
said you have
not?
to use all your 3rd level spells. I've used all my scrying today.
I'm gonna look at your fucking spells. I'm gonna be very mad.
I think she has those too, right?
Look at
I
all these-
did.
Okay, so you just don't want to send to him.
No, I just explicitly said that because I'm upset at him. So I'm not
Okay.
going to send at him. I'm going to invade his
I just-
privacy and scry
Yeah,
on him.
right. Okay.
Who are we scrying on?
No one,
Lucian.
apparently.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
screwing on Lucian tomorrow.
You still have a 6th level slot also, so eat shit.
Yeah, I know. I just rather not use that if I don't have to.
Yeah, fair. So you guys, I guess, wait those 2 hours. So and you are like specifically trying to remain hidden. Okay.
Yes.
Can I get a group stealth check?
Oh, I thought some of us would be in the room and some of us would be in the garden.
I kind of like that idea, actually.
Like stealthier people in the garden.
That would make
I
more
am
sense,
going to
actually.
garden. I really like that idea. Good job.
Yeah.
I'm terrible, so I'll probably be up in the room. I'm afraid to ask the next question. How high up is the window from the ground if I had to leap out?
30 feet.
That's
Oh.
nothing.
Is it featherfall distance?
No, don't worry about it. I can just misty step
I mean,
in if I
like-
need to.
Like 600 feet is fairy fall or feather fall distance. So yeah.
I have misty
Is it
step. I could
Galactus
just
distance?
not.
Yeah, you
I
just-
yeah, I could just
Down
teleport down there. I'm good. Might be awkward if I went all furry when it happened, though.
You're
Take a
not
short
doing
rest.
that for at least a week.
Short rest and get that spell slot back. Yay.
Yeah. Okay, so those of you that are outside, go ahead and make your stealth checks. I think Ophia would probably be outside. I'm right. Ophia would be
Oh,
outside.
Glad he is.
I already rolled mine.
But say,
Anyone else on outside duty?
Heinrich, are you stealthy? You are, right?
I am not.
Okay.
you're hanging out
Okay.
with me in the room then.
And me.
Heinrich, is there somewhere we could put Hans to keep an eye on things that you can think of?
On the windowsill?
Well, you guys will be looking out of the windowsill, won't you?
No, we're looking out the window.
Hmm. I guess that would make sense. Yeah. Shut up. Not you.
He could hang out on the wall, I guess. I mean, spider climb. He can just like attach.
How far can you see through him?
I guess whatever my vision would be. It doesn't specify.
Spiders
No, I mean,
don't
like-
see in the dark.
No, I mean, like, how far can you be from him and still see?
100 feet, right?
Yeah, 100 feet.
Okay.
It shouldn't be an issue.
I was hoping we could put him somewhere far away, but like, no, we can't with that. Okay, well, anywhere if you feel like placing him would probably be a good idea.
Okay.
I mean, I could place him outside the door so nobody walks in on us, if that's a thing.
That would be
Uh,
very useful, actually.
As we just break out a pillow fight in the Dojess's room.
Yeah.
That would be really good.
All right. Yeah. So you wait those 2 hours, kind of formulate your plan, set it into motion. Send an Ophio outside, just in the gardens, taking a look at the window. The rest of you up top, sort of the opposite. Sun sets behind the. I guess it would be behind the mountains because of the directions. And night falls. An hour passes. Another hour. Another. And soon it's midnight. Still nothing. How long we waiting?
If it's another hour, maybe.
Okay. Another hour passes. Take one last look outside. Nothing out of place. Whoever came to visit Amelia on the night before she was taken doesn't seem to feel like returning.
No whispers.
No whispers? No.
Guess we call it.
That's all right. I have another idea.
Sounds good.
So, if you're calling it, are you heading back to the house?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So you guys, having taken most of the day trying to figure out this whole thing and only uncovering things that you just don't like, just wholesale. Whenever you get home, Lucian, you hear the rattling of keys, a door opening up and shutting, and some faint speech down below over by the door. You've had a long day. A lot has happened. I promise.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I punched that Kraken like straight in his fucking face. It was great.
You have a few. You have some bite marks, some claw marks. Maybe question mark, a little patch where like it's just a little colder than it used to be.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but
Yeah.
that's all right.
You might have died. Who knows?
Maybe, but like currently my memory's kind of failing me, so I'm not really sure. But
you got hit in the head real hard that one time. So
yeah.
You're a little confused. You go on to investigate. As you're like as everyone else is starting to like get inside the house and to like wherever it is you're going, Lucian comes up to meet you.
Oh shit! You guys are back.
Long time no see.
It was like 16 days, 8 days.
8 days.
It was 8
It's good to
days.
see you, Lucian.
Yeah.
Hope
It
you
is.
enjoyed your time in the city.
I mean, it hurt a lot, but
Oh, crying shame that you wanted to join us. We found something really, really big you would have just enjoyed punching.
Ah, fuck.
Like, bigger than
punched
this
a lot of-
mansion.
You actually have punched a big thing today.
Oh, he was massive. I punched the shit out of him. It was great.
Glad we all
I'm gonna
fought
tell you more.
large things while we were away. We're still looking for Amelia, by the way. So, perchance you'll join us on that?
I mean, presumably yes. I'm also a friend of Amelia.
It's good to know. I have some research to do, and then I'm going to go to sleep.
Oh, Joy, in the morning you can help me sort through the library of the heritages and ancestral family homes for someone that matches the initials AR. That may or may not possibly still be around to this day.
Sounds like my area of expertise.
Indeed, it does. You are a researcher.
Armalite, right?
In that case, you all find your way to bed.
Well,
Especially Lucian, who has had the hardest day of all.
I had 2 things to do before going to bed.
Indeed. Yes.
Because I'm using spell slots for these, and I want to have them back tomorrow. 2 spells that I need the chests in the amplification chamber.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll go ahead and take out the deck of cards. I will focus on them, and I will cast animate objects on the
Okay.
card.
And you're casting it on the cards.
Yes.
No discernible effect.
I cast it on the mansion.
You fucking what, mate?
You hear
Stay still! Stay still!
crumbling,
Stay still!
crumbling,
Stay
and,
still! Undo!
like, some
Undo!
attachments. You feel like the foundation has uprooted itself and
Nope.
is now like on 4
Do
legs.
not move!
It's Howl's Moving Castle.
Why is there an earthquake?
You have animated the mansion.
Could we use this as an airship now?
Drop concentration! I...
It
May have
reverts
discovered
back
something.
the way it was before.
Okay, so...
There are a few cracks where it like sort of separated, but it's probably
You hear from the chamber. Sorry.
The
I
fuck
wrote down-
did
Can
you
we use
do?
this as an airship?
I write down no upper limit on size.
Hey, Michael.
Listen. I have ideas, Cabbage. I'll run them by
Where's
Michael.
Cabbage?
We did
Oh
There's somebody
god.
else
fucking
you're
fly
telling us
our
about.
mansion around.
I feel so sorry for anyone that tries to attack us while we're in the mansion because I think I know what Gwydion's gonna do first.
That'll be checked out
Lose
as mansion.
concentration.
Alright guys, we're gonna burn the mansion down and kill these Why is it on legs now?
And yeah, okay. I'll use my 6th level slot because I'm at a 5th level to ritually cast. Oh, it's a ritual. Fucking never mind, lol. Ritually cast contact other plane.
Do you get to choose what sort of who are you calling up?
How about
Wait, what exactly are you doing, buddy?
Can't do a god, huh?
Demigod, the spirit of a long dead sage.
Long dead sage. Well,
Yes,
I'm
some
already
other
one of those.
entity from another. So anything that isn't on the material plane, basically, that you know
I feel like we've done this before and ended badly.
I'm gonna talk to Speaks.
The sandwich is in the oven.
of. Okay. I would like you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Do not fail it. Okay.
You're fine.
Whew.
Although, I wish. Okay. What's your first question?
Hello, is this Speaks?
Oh, what the? F-
I feel like this is not the purpose of the spell.
what the fuck?
Oh, so you can hear me?
Yes.
It's not 2 of your questions. Okay.
Yes. And you're still on the astral plane.
Yeah.
Good. Let's. 1 minute, Jesus. I have to ask you some questions to test the spell. How are you?
You feel like he wants to say, but you. Oh, you know what? Actually, it wants to be answered in one word. Confused.
What's the last thing you ate?
Egg flesh.
Don't you say it.
Forget. I forget.
If you said
It's
food,
been
I was
months.
gonna throw the table.
Oh yeah, you don't eat up there.
You don't need to eat there, right?
Absolutely. Yeah,
How many fingers am I holding up?
7?
You guys give me shit when I use spells like this. If
I
someone
don't
else
know.
gets this power, and look at what they do with it.
Yeah, but this had an awesome backlash effect if he screwed it up.
I wanted him to screw it up.
Am I bothering you?
No reply to that eighth one.
7 questions.
7 questions. It's just
Write that down. What an interesting interaction with that character who I've never talked to.
and like, think about it from his perspective. A voice appears in his head, and now he has to answer these questions.
He's
Like,
being forced to.
Magically forced to answer the questions.
I was gonna contact something serious, but then I decided this is way better.
Yeah, I guess. So yeah, you can. I actually had the thought of you fucking animating the nation earlier today. Just like,
Okay. Oh, are you glad I got
Yeah.
caught up on that?
oh shit! Wait a second. There's only one other thing that this would do. Oh god.
I'm going to sleep now.
Anyone else need anything to do before bed? What?
No.
Yeah, you're tired, Lucian. You've had a long day.
I'm
Your
tired.
muscles are worn, and you might have died. Maybe. Who knows?
We don't know, really.
Um,
Hard to say.
you all find yourselves to sleep in your own nice and comfortable beds. Lambert,
Yes.
as you sleep, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Whoa.
Okay. Thank you for resilient. So I'm actually good at these now. Am I good at them?
Ooh.
I am good at
Resilient
them.
Wisdom
Resilient.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen. You wake up refreshed as usual.
That actually almost worries me more.
Club. Was it a full moon?
No.
Okay.
It's absolutely not. Neither of them are even remote.
I was gonna say, are you sure about both of them?
Yeah, one of them is a new moon fading, and the other is a last quarter fading. So,
Have we already confirmed that double full moon makes werewolves super werewolves?
oh,
yeah, we
Oh,
have.
yeah.
We had to fight them.
Super.
It sucked.
Yeah. Lucian,
Lucian.
as you sleep tonight, you find yourself floating in the dark depths of Aeroth's domain yet again.
Yeah.
You stay there, frozen to the bone, floating in the vast nothingness around you before, one by one, those 5 glowing eyes open up. You suddenly feel your body start to become pulled apart at the waist, followed by a sharp pain in your chest, as the dark water, lit only by Eros' eyes, become a cloudy red. Your veins begin to bulge and blacken as you feel the life being drained from your body. You wake up in a cold sweat. You're fine.
My fucking blood. No. That was real. Or it was real.
Sen,
Oh no.
in your sleep, you have a series of flashes, a nightmare by all accounts. You find yourself in a dark room, strapped to a chair. You feel something reaching into your mind, memories of growing up in a massive estate, a wedding to a rather beautiful woman on a massive ship overlooking the Crimson Strait. All fading slowly until you find yourself back in the dark room. The flashes happen twice, 3 times, but each seems to last longer than the one before. Eventually, you wake up in your bed, safe and sound. Weird dream. Quinian.
Whoa.
2 things, actually. I need you to make me an Arcana check.
Power.
Okay. Let's do this.
You die.
Can you
Damn.
roll me a D4, please?
Oh, we're getting down to the wire.
Okay. You find yourself opening a door, revealing behind it a crowd of people holding torches in the purple mist outside. Jacob, you promised us no magic in the village. Why does the mist return? It's my wife. She's ill. I can help her. I just need the right spells. You bring the mist back and you cast magic? You kill us all to save your wife. It won't be long. I've almost got the right sigils. I just need a moment more time. After that, the anti-magic field will be back up and everyone will be happy. I'm sorry about Lila. It's too dangerous to cast magic now. I've always had respect for you, Jacob. After all, that bubble's the only thing that's keeping us all safe. I need you to raise it back up. Just a little more time tonight. Now, Jacob! With that, the mob begins to inch closer, and the memory begins to fade.
Damn, his wife dead as hell.
They're all dead.
Can confirm, everyone in that interaction is dead. Imagine.
Well, yeah. Of course. They're old.
You know, old people deserve to die.
Here's a transcript. Might help you out. All right. So, the next morning, you guys wake up. Relatively normal morning routine, at least whenever you're back home. You guys still can maybe try to figure out more about this Amelia. Oh, right, you were going to go to the library.
Yep.
Let's do that first. Fuck it. You guys go to the library. It is Lambert and Gwydion. Is anyone else attending?
I'll go.
I mean,
So
I'll
it's the
just,
next day.
be there.
You never know whenever you need to punch a book.
Research pals.
I have spells that are useful for the party.
All right. So the research pals go off to the library and begin to look at books. Something that Gwydion is fucking just it's his whole fucking thing.
That apparently
Specialized.
being a con wizard.
I have cons no one.
No, con, like constitution.
Oh yeah. I have high con now.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're gonna be looking through like registries of nobility, like what all are we looking at? Is it just like, are we looking at like Marish nobles? Are we looking at
Specifically
just
in,
Kara?
I'm about to say specifically older noble lineages that may no longer exist in this particular city. Like I'm basically, if it's vampires, at one point they weren't always a vampire, and that's kind of what I'm going with
One
right
would
now.
imagine.
Yeah.
All right. So you take a look through the registries. Gwydion knows where they are because
I know everything.
Yeah.
he does. Roll. I would say roll history or investigation. Probably
Well, as would so happen, I have a plus 13 to history.
with advantage. Just a 31.
Not arguing that.
Pretty fucking good.
In my element.
So the first thing that you actually come to realize is that the nobles in Kara aren't really nobility kind of a thing. It's more to do with ownership. You know, it's like trading families. So like whoever is in control of a large majority of like essentially, if you make enough money, you might as well be a noble in this place. You're gonna be invited to all the things. You're gonna be doing noble shit, right? The only nobles that rule here, in Kara, at least, or in Tortana itself, would be the Rivera family. It is passed down from, like, just through the lineage.
They're the only noble family that does anything regarding lineage, then.
In the city, yes. Although technically, like
Yeah.
other lesser nobles would, like, you know, whenever you die, your ownership.
Inherited wealth
goes-
is the thing, yes.
Yeah. So, like, there is something that catches your attention, though.
Oh,
The founder of the Rivera family,
yep.
his name is Alessandro.
Yep.
Ah,
I was gonna ask who the Riveras were, what records we had of them.
There's also a small drawing of him. You recognize his face.
Of course
What?
oh
we
my
do.
god.
We see
Is
it
it
as
you?
in
A portrait we've
You
seen.
a portrait that you've seen
I was
in
gonna
the
say.
vampire.
Yep, painting.
Okay. Well,
And
This guy's a totally normal dude, isn't he?
so that might explain a couple of things, such as why the Doge made such arrangements with vampires in the sewers to make things more convenient for them. Little construction cover-up we're familiar with from a long time ago. Just helping his family.
that's disturbing.
I mean, you know, it could always just be a portrait of a really old dead dude. They keep portraits of people around.
I think I've given up on believing in coincidences.
So, wait.
You truly are Grandmaster
So-
of a Monster Hunter School of Gwydion. Congratulations.
So, we found a ring that we believe is linked to the founder. Can I attempt to scry on him with this? With the portrait and the ring?
You have a name
Oh
And
shit.
I have a name.
possession.
and a possession. You could. You have a
You could.
portrait of him right in front of you as
Yep.
well.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
I
up.
do.
Say he would have a -1 on the save
Total?
because you only have secondhand knowledge of him.
But we have a possession, don't we?
Possession or garment is -4. Likeness or picture is -2. You have both of those, so -6, and then +5 from only having secondhand knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Still, getting it into a negative modifier is good. So you're gonna cast a spell?
Yep.
All right.
Hey, Michael.
Lord Alessandro Rivera. Wisdom save. Yeah?
Hey, Michael.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Michael. I'm going to use my new feat.
Oh no, feet?
I'm going to cast Careful Spell with my Meta Magic Adept.
Oh.
I don't think that does anything. Unless you want him to automatically pass the saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Fuck. This is good for my friends. Damn it. I'm so upset. That's upsetting. Oh, I got so excited. Never
I
mind.
think you were
God damn
looking
it.
for like heightened spell or something, which gives them disadvantage.
No, I still want this. I just was thinking about it and I didn't read it fully. Fuck, damn it. Never mind.
All right. With the -1,
Oh my god.
he rolls a 30.
Oh.
Jesus fucking ass.
Yeah, that was the
I
part
guess-
I figured
I
was gonna
guess-
happen.
Living for hundreds of years makes you wise.
You don't say. Well,
I rolled a natural 20.
That's very
Fucking-
upsetting.
Another day, perhaps.
You could also just try again, I think. Well, you can try again tomorrow.
I mean, there's another avenue we could approach. I don't want to, though, because it's dangerous in way too many ways that I'm comfortable with.
Use the
Oh, that's
teleportation
great.
circle we found in the vampire lair.
I now have
That's
two
even
ideas.
worse.
I'm about to say, I now have
Okay.
2 ideas, and that is by far the worst one. So, this was literally the founder of... Well, yeah. Which means, more than likely, there's possibly a crypt or a mausoleum where they would have been interred.
Perhaps.
Could pay that a visit. I don't want to, on many reasons. I also don't want to go to the
I-
Doge and inform them, hey, by the way, your great ancestor might have had something to do with your daughter's kidnapping. That sounds like a bad idea.
To be honest, okay, we know something about this now. A little bit worse than we expected. But
A
this
lot
does lead me to believe that maybe he didn't have anything to do with Amelia's kidnapping. Like maybe... And lowered voices here. We're in a library after all. Maybe just a relative checking in on his descendant.
He wouldn't leave a ring behind. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I mean, it might not be worth pursuing. And yes, he might not leave a ring behind. Just... accidents happen? I don't know.
No, that actually speaks volumes to an even scarier thought where it was left there for us to find and it subsequently eventually find him, which is also a scary thought.
Ooh, don't like that one bit.
That's possibly plausible.
Weird.
Yes. Sure is.
Listen, when did you get here?
Cue dramatic irony.
I've been here the whole time.
He's been here since yesterday, Lambert.
We're in the library.
Yes,
So-
I came with you guys. I've
Research
been
spells.
here.
So this begs the question, what do we possibly do with this information? You said a crypt or mausoleum. I've been to one in the city. I don't think it housed royals. They probably have their own family crypt.
It would probably be on the family estate, if I had to guess.
And how do we tell the Doge that we think that investigating his family crypt might help us find his daughter?
I
mean-
that's the part I didn't want to encroach on.
Because based on...
I mean, do you have to tell him?
I should cast telepathic bond.
You really should.
We don't have to tell him.
That sounds like a worse idea.
Let's go back to the house.
Yeah.
The flying house?
It will not be flying for the foreseeable future.
What was that earthquake last night, by the way? What the hell was that?
Sometimes you cast a spell and it goes awry, but everything gets put right back in its place. It's all in the name of research, you see, and I'm sure it will be useful later.
Accordion. There's a
What?
giant crack going through my room now.
What the fuck did you cast?
Who can say, really?
You!
Yep. I may or may not have animated the house briefly.
You did what
What?
now?
I'm sorry, what?
So the spell amplification chamber, I run spells through it just to see what they can do. I discovered that the spell animate objects, which I once used to animate part of a deck of cards, when amplified, doesn't have a size limit on what you can animate, it would seem. Or if there is, it's much higher. The house animated. I don't know what to say.
We have a mansion that doubles as a walking landship now? The fuck?
The foundation is mostly intact.
Excuse me?
The house is not too terribly aerodynamic, I must say.
Man, I
But-
hope that wasn't a load-bearing house.
So, should I call a contractor to check the house?
Yes. But hey, worst comes to worst, maybe if the city gets invaded again, we have a very flashy escape.
And I'm going to assume a very slow one. Nonsense and insanity aside about walking houses. Yeah, mausoleum, into royalty and such, how go about, and my brain. I just got back from the damned Astral Sea and I'm still confused.
I don't know. And I am not sure that the lead is actually worth pursuing. It seems not only dangerous, but also dead. Unless...
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Unless AR has something to say. Because he seemed to be in contact with her to some degree.
Well, I was actually wanting to go there to maybe find out a little bit more about vampires personally. There's still a lot I don't know, and I don't like knowing about things that have actively tried to kill me at one point in my life. It
We can
bothers me.
talk more when we get to the mansion.
I just wish I could have killed that other vampire.
Indeed. When they get back to the house, Cordian will say, like, the other issue is, we know that the Doge is... We know that he knows, right? About what's beneath the city. So, there's no way to... I feel like there's no way to inquire about visiting the mausoleum without him catching on to us. He's not stupid. And he knows that we know about vampires.
That's not what I like, but yes.
I mean, does anybody really know about vampires?
Yes, the Doge. Because they're
Apparently.
related to him. And we uncovered an instance where he covered up a construction accident because he was making a secret passageway for vampires to go through the sewers. Vampires that we know are related to it. Listen, it's a very complicated web that involves too many people that goes all the way to the top.
I don't know. I mean, we're just assuming that they're vampires, and you know, we do that with a lot of people.
They're more than likely definitely vampires.
Yeah.
We saw the portrait. I mean, unless... Even if, like, Alessandro Rivera had a twin, it's still a Rivera. I don't know, maybe it could be a vampire changeling, but that's needlessly complicated.
Yes. Classic.
I don't.
Vampireling.
How
Cool.
disgusting.
I had a lot of things I wanted to do.
Orange fire.
This isn't one of them, I will say. I'm working on a few things. I think we need to focus on getting Amelia back.
Yeah, let's go to Maryland.
I just don't think this is a lead. Unless you want to interrogate it, I think we have to go to the Doge himself.
You know, let's just go to Maryland. Let's kill some Inquisitors, and you know, call it a day.
Sounds very well and good. I will need a few days, of course.
Why is that-
I am working on things.
Why is every option we always come up with that usually end in agonizing potential death? Again, we never have just a good day. It's always just, damn.
This is what happens when you gotta save the world. Come on.
Save the damn world. We're just trying to save a girl.
Yeah. Yes. I mean,
That girl is the Doge's
yeah.
world.
Who's related to vampires?
As one is.
I had to save myself from a big ass monster the other day. That I'm my own world.
True.
It's
What
true.
if I told you she was coated with anti-spiral power?
No. So,
Yeah, let's teleport there. Get my
what?
thought.
When are we making our next move? I need about 4 or 5 days to be prepped for our next outing.
I think you'll have it, because frankly, Sen is able to scry, and I'm kind of curious to see what we can find out about, this founding father vampire, personally, and I'm a little frightened about what we might find.
Alright, do we plan on going to the Doge at all about this?
I leave that up to a vote at that point.
If it can potentially help find Amelia, he would be willing to help. The question is, can it, or are we simply pursuing this out of our own morbid curiosity?
I think we should, if we don't get an answer in the 4 days, then we should talk to the Doge.
There.
Yeah, I would go that route. I mean, I'd say what's the worst that can happen, but frankly, that's a can of worms I prefer not opening right now. Last time I said that, it was a giant astral dreadnought. I didn't like that. Didn't like the beholder school that was covered in egg flesh. Didn't like that one bit.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
Right, you want
Tell me about
that.
it later.
So, Lucian, we found another school. It was horrifying. There was no beholder.
I'm gonna
I wish there was a
play
beholder.
eerie music.
There was no beholder. Instead, it was things I literally cannot describe that were horrifying. The walls were covered in flesh. It was unpleasant.
Egg flesh?
Like the school that was made in the likeness of Beholder out of stone was trying to become an actual Beholder.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. Don't go to the actual sea. It's an unpleasant place.
Gwydian's gonna go do book-related things for the next 5 days.
5 days straight.
There was also no gravity. Thoughts are how you navigated around.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to the fact that Alma has weight again. That's confusing me.
Peen was very confusing for Lambert.
Just everything was.
5 days of copying spells.
Sounds like I can check on him once a day.
And also, I'll have sending prepared and cast it through the amp chamber so that I can talk to someone in the Magic Storm.
Okay.
Not sure where to start there.
Okay, yeah. So, at this point, it feels like you guys are probably just going to try to take some downtime. 5 days sounds good. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna roll a bunch of wisdom saves for Alessandro and see if he fails any scries.
Okay.
Is it just send scrying on him?
Oh, I don't even think I have scrying. I had it through the staff.
Yeah, through the staff.
But I mean, I can just tune out a tune, I guess.
One of your spell books has scrying in it. I think it's Elrin's.
You can cast it through the amp chamber. Whoa!
That's money. Scrying, I don't think helps me too much when cast through the amp chamber. I think there's just no planar limit.
Oh.
I can attune on tune from staff, save myself the money.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna go to the amplification chamber when I do this.
Okay. Oh fuck! Oh, there goes the fucking dice.
Yeah, 12 hours a day copying spells. Woo.
Right.
Imagine
okay.
how cramped
So,
your hand would be.
what we are going to have then should be like 10 checks or something like that.
All at -1?
All at -1. Plus whatever his wisdom save is.
Yeah, Gwydian's just like Gwydian's just like stained in ink,
Okay.
like tired as hell, and he's like just got like looks like he's developing arthritis.
Hey Gwydian,
Press that you take the ink off of you, buddy.
I'll do it when I'm done.
you might be tired, but you got a hit.
I caught something.
You go to scribe with your staff, slam it onto the ground in the amplification chamber, echoing metal against metal as it hits the sigil, the metal sigil that's like permanently embedded into the floor, and you can see shifting images within the crystal at the head of the staff. You see a familiar-looking man. This time, for the first time, not artistically rendered, but physically sitting there. He has a very ornate chalice, gold rubies, dark rubies, very similar to the one that is on the ring adorning it. He takes a long sip from it, puts it onto the table, smiles, single fang showing. You can hear a voice come out from behind him. My lord. What is it, Rowena? I had eyes on the special interests you were talking about. I believe they suspect something. I'll put him on it. Very well, my lord. The images stop shifting.
And
Yes, Gordian?
they know.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Okay, but they don't know that we know that they know.
What was the location?
It's just dark. Somewhere, some chamber.
Did,
I mean, I
did
can
the
show you what it
stone-
looked like.
Did the
Ha, ha, ha.
stone look familiar?
Oh man, why do you have a map for this, Michael?
As much of a stretch as that is.
Who would have thought I would use that?
Did the clothing have a particular style?
I mean, I know this isn't somewhere I recognize.
Oh, this is so weird. I've never been here before. Strange place.
It's not a place that I recognize. It's clothing. I mean, it's the guy from the portrait.
Looks
I
like a
assume it's
mausoleum
somewhere in the city.
or a crypt. Even.
It does look like a mausoleum. In fact, there are places where you would put dead bodies or undead bodies.
Lucian doesn't say that though, just so we're all aware.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but I can observe. Yes, I strongly believe they suspect us. Apparently, they've been watching someone who they've deemed as the suspects, the interests. What they said. Could be someone else, but I don't believe in coincidences. So,
Say, how lucky will we be in that case for once? Nope.
maybe we should go to the Doge sooner than I expected. They might send someone after us. Oh, is that the vampire lady that got away?
Yes.
Oh, that's her. I believe we're being monitored. If I have attuned to the staff, then I can cast See Invisibility again at some point.
Thank you.
Three times per day.
Okay. Do you cast it in the room?
Yeah.
Um.
I'll go throughout the house.
Well, say if you cast it in the frickin' amplification chamber, then I think you basically see through the house.
You
Oh.
see God.
Oh yeah, what's the effect there?
I think it might last a little longer. but
Lasts 4 hours.
yeah, it lasts up to 4 hours. You can see invisibility.
Jesus.
You go room to room. All right. So I mean, let's just go back to the street here, back to the mansion. Amplification chamber. Nothing invisible. Go outside. Teleportation circle room. Clean. The library. Even your study.
I'll message Lambert as I'm walking through. Keep an eye out. I believe they suspect us.
Oh joy, maybe you can animate the mansion again.
You spend the entirety of the 4-hour period just looking for invisible things. At the moment, you're double checking the lounge, just in case. Turning up seat cushions just to see if there's anything. When the door opens, it shuts. The door from the antechamber opens up and reveals Lucian on the other side, just coming home from an outing in the fighting pits. And you see a little eye on the back of his left hand.
Lucian?
Gideon.
Don't move.
Yeah, alright.
You have something on you.
Oh, I do? Where?
You can't see it, but I can.
Okay.
An eye. A sensor, it looks like. I can't identify on it.
I'd believe if I had a few eyes on me, given circumstances.
Like some sort of scry. Semi-permanent.
Lucian, how long have you had this scrying on your left arm?
I'm unaware of any scrying on me.
Lucian, are you lying to us?
Absolutely not. Why would I lie to you?
Can I insight check him?
Lucian isn't lying. I
Roll an insight check. Roll an insight check. He doesn't seem to know about any scrying on him. It is weird that it's there, though.
I cast Dispel Magic at the 6th level.
Okay. The eye dissipates.
Problem solved. Well,
Oh, good. My option
Not
was going to
really.
be just cutting off his hand. You can fight with one hand, can't you, Lucian?
No.
we need to leave.
So you come back to life, and you have a mark of scrying from a vampire lord.
Gather the party.
Jumping conclusions there a little bit.
We need to leave.
I mean, who else do we know that has a lot of eyes and also is the one bringing me back to life? Anyways, if we're going to leave, we might as well just go to Maryland now, right?
This really cuts into my prep work.
I thought we weren't going to Maryland yet.
Well, I don't think we're very safe here.
You can literally animate the house.
I mean, if
I would
there's
prefer not to.
vampires-
We
It would-
have a boat.
It would
If
break a
the
lot of things.
vampires know that we know that they know that we know that we suspect them, then it's probably best not to be here, not to be around. Because I would imagine that they would come to attack us. And there's probably a lot of them.
Then we're probably fucked either way.
So if we leave, they can't kill us because we're not here.
Assuming they don't have a means of tracking us that we are still unaware of. Much like
Wait.
you having an eye on your hand.
Again, I think that was probably, caused by the eye god that watches over me, but,
If we need to find these people, if they come for us, we can just capture one. We need to use ourselves as bait.
Capture a vampire.
sounds like a really bad idea.
Vampire.
I think
Generally.
we definitely almost died last time we tried to fight these, and
We tried to capture one, but she kind of just turned into mist and ran away, so...
yes, that's
We-
true.
We have a silver trap on our boat, or a silver cage. We could bring it here.
I don't think that's gonna
Silver
work.
doesn't do anything to vampires. You're thinking of werewolf.
Silver hurts vampires, doesn't it?
No.
Nope.
I
Nope.
look at Lambert.
I just shake my head at you. Nope. That's
Oh, no.
werewolves.
And changelings.
What kind
Okay.
of god makes it hurt werewolves and changelings, but not vampires? That's just absurd.
One with a cruel sense of humor.
Lightbringer.
Is this actually a D&D thing, or is this a homebrew?
Both.
I mean, silver,
Both.
doesn't specifically hurt vampires.
And
like, still,
biblically, it does.
well, guess what? Not
No, I know.
Well, the
Well,
thing,
that's-
They're not very
the thing with silver and vampires was that back in the day, freaking mirrors were lined with silver to get a reflection off, and their reflection wasn't shown because they technically, in all respect, had no soul. Therefore, nothing was reflected in the purity of silver. That's what started the whole entire vampires and silver thing.
Yeah.
Either way, we need to come up with a plan. And it is 10.
Go to
So-
Maryland, punch some inquisitors, save a meal.
You just
Oh gosh,
really
I
wanna go to
really wanted to
Maryland.
do my prep work.
The plan for me is to wake up in 5 hours for work, so...
Yeah, there's
Right.
that too.
Well, if the plan is to leave, we'll end it with this.
Yeah,
As you rush to go and open the door, you open it up, and immediately outside, like just coming to knock on the door, Cassius. Oh. I suppose I have good timing.
or the worst timing imaginable, depending how you look
Hard
at
to
it.
say.
Right. Oh, okay. Then I suppose I should cut to the chase. What are you doing the next couple of days?
Hopefully being very busy and not here. What do you have for us? Please have it not be here.
Probably killing inquisitors, but go on.
Oh. Well, the spiritual leader of Domaine Nalu, Anne-Marie Delva, I received word last night that she died. Holding a funeral on Tuesday. I was hoping that we could leave tomorrow. If that was something that you would be interested in. Yeah, I felt that the master of a guild focused on seafaring should arrive on a ship bearing its sails, at the very least.
What if we left
Now.
earlier than tomorrow?
How about now?
I suppose I could get some things prepared. What's going on?
We might be being hunted.
By vampires.
I mean,
That we fought previously.
That might be pissed at us. You know, just another...
I'll get my things ready and I'll meet
In
you.
Gwydion's head, I just
You
say
do
like,
that.
that are related to the Doge.
But
But like
that out.
that's TMI. TMI.
I'll meet you on your ship. Teleports away.
Just another day and a week for us at this point. Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
So we can do it next week, but I actually had a scry I wanted to do.
Next week we're doing a one-shot, friend.
Oh, well, I guess
hopefully-
it's
the week
weeks.
after. Oh, that is
next week we're doing what happened to Lucian yesterday. Or a
Yeah,
couple
apparently
days
there's a big monster,
Michael.
some biting and cold.
Michael, how many days of my research of my copying did I get done?
It was the next day that you did the scrying.
Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. As usual, I hope you all enjoyed. If you all did enjoy, a great way of showing that support, as always, is by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and of course, sharing it with your friends. And tune in next week to see what happens next. Or throughout the week to see how we got to this point, as I am still literally downloading the entirety of my archives and uploading them to the new channel. So, there's that. Anyway, I digress. Once again, thank you all for watching, and as usual, cheers to those that love us, the losers that lost us, and as always, the lucky sons of bitches that get to meet us. And we will catch you all in the next video. See you then.